I guess we'll start with we're looking back in 2021. What was at the beginning of 2021 again? Like, was anything particular going on, or was it just like the same old, like the year starts?
January?
Yeah.
I mean, there was the funny political shit in America in January.
Oh, right. Yeah. That also does make sense. Yeah.
I should note that I am in New Zealand, so it is currently already New Year for me.
It
right.
is...
I haven't actually said Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to Corgi and to Bipin and
Yay.
No one else. To Corgi and no one else.
No one
matter
else.
where you live.
I feel honored.
So
yeah, I have 23 minutes left.
So this was actually the first
How
stream.
long do you have left, Wad?
An hour and 20 minutes.
An hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Ah.
So this was actually the first stream of 2021.
Yeah.
It's actually got a decent chunk of views for that. But it's marked as January 2nd, and I actually mentioned this in the what's it called we did? The Jeopardy. Because you know, the VODs come out a day later than the actual stream. Bipin wasn't here for this one. No, you are. Never mind. I'm wrong. I'm actually just wrong.
Also, I should say it's my birthday tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday.
Oh, nice.
Damn, I was still fucking stunky you back here.
So fucking
I can't believe you're actually playing Shanho. I thought you started that like pretty late in...
I mean, I'm glad that you added it, but...
Yo, my microphone sounds a lot worse.
Excuse me.
If I'll actually speak.
I should say that I still do not understand fighting games after all this time.
I mean, it's pretty simple. You press buttons in an order. It's like a rhythm game, but you play.
I don't understand what's happening on the
It'll be better over time.
Yeah, fighting games are the type of thing where you kind of need to play them to really understand what's happening visually.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you can have like a basic understanding, but
yeah, you can sort of see. Oh, this person is getting hits, and this health bar is going down.
Yeah.
I know that they're just trying to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah. That's it. But like we're pressing buttons and we're pressing like specific buttons at specific times, you know. We know what we're doing. But yeah, they're fun. Yeah, I don't think there's anything particularly special about this stream. It was just more stream.
Yeah, pretty much. Very unceremonial start of the year.
Yeah.
How are we starting next year or this year or what?
Same deal probably. Just continue on.
It's painful.
Wasn't deep.
I loved it. I loved all of it.
Now, Speedy with the stunky.
Let's play Ready or Not and replace every voice line with Happy New Year.
The main difference was I couldn't really do anything. Like, I was kind of just reactionary.
Big lag. Yeah.
Oh, actually, Waddy.
Yeah.
Hey, Speedy.
Hey, Speedy.
Hi. I just got off work.
This is the first time you can actually,
Did we just get a message from the moon? Is that what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
So, what about
No, it's America. Not much. We're just talking about VODs.
Yeah, we're just talking about 2021.
I just got off work and I saw the notification, so I thought I'd hop in while my partner's still working.
Nice. Yeah, we're just looking over the old VODs. We started with the one from 2020, or the first one in 2021. We're not gonna watch them all.
Even if I couldn't. Oh, and I can't since I'm going off mobile data, but I at least wanted to be here for a brief period. No way I can miss this.
Nice.
Your microphone is real stunky.
Yeah,
That's
it's fun.
because I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
It's crackling.
Is this better?
Yeah, a little better. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna hear good quality out of me for a while because of my situation.
Mm-hmm. Man, we were doing Jackbox. Actually, we did Jackbox on the second day. Man, Hyper Dragon Ball Z was actually like... We played this pretty soon after the year.
We only made like two... Wasn't there only like 2 or 3 videos on it too?
Yeah, there was 3. And that was it. Happy New Year, Kieran. You were going to join, but you didn't. Or you didn't feel like you were around enough. It's fine. We didn't play anything that you could really join in a lot. I mean, it was mostly just Jackbox that you could have joined. And we actually, I think we played most of the Jackbox in 2020. Did we? I mean, I can check here. Yeah.
It's been that long.
I still can't. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that I've known both you and Bipin for like more than like 1 year.
Yeah. I mean,
because it really doesn't feel like that long since I met you back in 2019 still.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long it's been.
Yo, this is also January was when we first played Monster Hunter Rise as well. We played the demo.
Wait, did Rise go? Oh, the Rise demo came out in January. Now the actual game is going to come out in January too.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Actually, I think it's coming out almost the same day.
I should probably get Rise on my computer. I might enjoy that more.
Yeah, might be a lot more comfortable to play.
Mouse and keyboard again.
What?
Well, you played mouse and keyboard in World, right? So you could do it again in Rise on PC.
Yeah, and I'd actually have fun playing bow because I can't do anything that requires aiming with controllers. It makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I can feel you.
Oh yeah, I played through.
Crysis.
Yeah, I played through all the Crysis games. You
did?
Yeah. I played through Crysis 1, Crysis 2, Crysis 3.
That's not even like a thing I vaguely forgot. That's just like completely purged from my memory.
Yeah, no, I actually played through all 3 Crysis games.
Going under?
Man, stunky internet.
Have we gotten into the Guilty Gear portion of this year yet?
No, I think we just started. We're still in January, basically.
Okay. That's kind of the portion I'm excited to get to.
The turn off button.
I think at this point, well, I was going to say,
I'm just wondering.
What?
Oh, I was just wondering, should I turn on my VTuber thing and you can like put it on the screen for no reason?
Nah, I probably won't put it on the screen, but you could turn it on if you wanted to.
Okay.
But I think at this point, my microphone, the biggest changes that's happened with me is honestly my microphone, which is ironic or very not impactful at all. For everyone else, it hasn't changed at all, but because I've been fiddling with the settings for literally a year, I sound like not completely different, but drastically different in comparison to like these solo streams.
It's so cool. This game is always just so cool.
I can only imagine how your voice must sound.
I really hope at some point they kind of bring this back. This style of Crysis.
The big advantage of this stream you're doing right now is that normally when you're like, oh hey man, my mic changed so much.
Yeah.
Just these past few months, and you send me 2 different clips from different streams, and I can just send a timestamp from this one.
Yeah. Do I speak at any point soon?
Suppress your pistol. This is true. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, it's very harsh on the S sounds. My old mic or my old settings. The moon call again from Speedy.
What?
It's weird. You got like a vibration sound, very occasionally.
I heard a literal beep like they have before the Apollo messages at one point.
I don't know what that is. Before you went into detail on what the sound was, I thought, am I making weird sounds with my mouth?
Nah,
it's
your phone.
I think it's notifications going off.
We did Adventure Time.
Yeah, Adventure Time. This fun, quirky little game that was shit.
With one of the best of the year.
Oh, I think, wait, is that the pixel game where you were doing that? I think a clip made it into
I was looking
at
Charlie clip.
Yeah,
the
Charlie
clip. Yeah.
I think this is the stream where the Charlie clip comes from.
It's one of my favorite clips of the year.
The big fights are usually typically considered multiplayer fights anyway.
Like
funnily enough, I think my favorite clip of the year is when I called Wad a douchebag because of what he did to Bipin.
Thingy.
It was the one where Bipin was like, "Yeah," because it's super hit, and you went back saying, "Yeah."
Oh yeah. My
Risk of
favorite is
Rain.
still the I'm pooping. We'll
My
get the
favorite-
clips later,
So
probably.
I'm gonna take off. You guys have fun.
All right, I'll see you.
All right. See you later.
Yeah, let me
See
know how
ya.
the rest of the stream goes.
Sure.
Bye.
Yeah, we played.
My favorite is still Oh What Up, Son.
Oh, what up, son? But yeah, I played
Oh, that one's
through.
was
all
that this
through-
year?
No, that wasn't this year. That was not this year. That was 2019. That was a while ago.
Fuck me.
Yeah, Boneworks came out in 2019.
Did it?
Fuck.
Holy. Time
Yeah.
be time.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't even notice I played Crisis because I played them pretty not often, but I had
Yeah,
like
no,
almost 10 streams of Crisis.
yeah, no, I mean, I definitely probably clocked it at the time. It's just that it's completely gone from my memory.
Weren't we going to do karaoke at some point? We were, but I kept saying that we're going to do karaoke at 1,000 subscribers, and we're at 918. And
Still.
it's still, it's been
Somehow.
that for a long time.
Do I need to make a bunch of alts?
Nah, that'd be cheating. Hey, Buck, how you doing?
Fuck.
Do I need to tell my friends about you?
Yes.
It is vendor.
Yeah, Buck. the
Your art
Pissman.
has already been shown off.
I did. I showed you off your art on the stream that you made. It's really nice.
You're welcome.
And we're just looking over the shit that happened this year. I mean, I understand why Bipin doesn't remember why or when I did Crisis, because, you know, it's not exactly something Bipin was there for. I can imagine Bipin doesn't know half the games I played this year on stream, because they probably weren't in them.
I mean, I normally.
Yeah,
sort
I
of-
mean, but like, I also wasn't in.
Yeah,
I was
You
in.
were watching.
I
You
think
were
3
watching.
videos this entire year.
yeah, but you were watching. Bipin doesn't watch my solo stuff as much, unless it's like during the stream. I don't think Bipin watches the VODs a lot.
No, I don't.
Yeah. I think, so this is around the time I think I started fucking with my microphone and trying to get better settings. And there was I know this for a fact, there is a period of time where I, like, fucked my microphone really bad. I thought it sounded good, and it actually just sounded awful instead. And I don't know if this is the time. I don't know if this is the time where I'm doing it.
Oh my god!
No, this still sounds like the unfiltered mic. Wow, this is a...
How do you add a microphone filter?
Oh, it's kind of like adding filters in, well, in OBS you have a filters tab. You can just slide it over your mic. Currently,
Oh, okay.
you're hearing my unfiltered microphone. You're hearing this microphone from this VOD right now. But, the stream, or the people I'm streaming to on Twitch right now are hearing a different microphone in a sense. The same one, but with multiple filters. So
Was
it's
that during the Halo
My
Master
brain is
Chief collection?
confused.
The shitty mic?
I think it was the end of it, the horrid mic arc.
I-
I mean, no one told me, so
I think because I
don't think
remember
I ever
during the Halo
noticed.
streams. I think during the Halo streams you were asking about your mic a lot.
yes, because at that point I had started filtering with it.
Yeah, so maybe it was around that time.
Yo, one of the biggest things that happened this year was this. Absolutely, this stream.
Oh, right, the world ending.
The
Wait,
world
no,
ending.
Not like that.
This
I
was
wonder how well
like
we can actually time this.
a gigantic milestone.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally the first and still the only stream to get triple digits. There's, I
What?
think, like, there was 100 streams of Monster Hunter World. That's, like, kind of insane.
Yeah.
And
How many hours do you, just like right now, how many hours do you have in Monster Hunter World?
780. Which
I
is
just
Oh.
hit 1,700 hours in RimWorld, like, yesterday.
My Monster Hunter World
I haven't
hours
made
are
a
lot
single
closer
video
to
or
mine.
anything on it.
I have 328 hours in Monster Hunter World, so it's a bit closer to. It's like half of what Body has, and it's a bit closer to.
Wait, is
stream
this
time.
the Wait, no, this is just where it happened. But you did the most significant donka here.
I don't think it's this stream, but because I don't think Speedy was in that stream, and Speedy's in this one.
Yeah.
Let's see, is my mic decent? Are we chatting much
I
shit?
forgot how good that cry was.
Namia's one of my favorite monsters. I really hope she returns for one of the future games.
Sounds okay.
I don't think she'll return in Rise, though. Maybe. I mean, there is a water location in Rise, so...
Yeah, still a harsh ass. That's the whole reason I started trying to fuck with my microphones to get rid of that. Yeah, that was a phenomenal stream.
If I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, Wad, you were very, very passionate about this. I don't want to shit on that.
Mm-hmm.
But you were very, very like you talking about like limiting all your harsh sibilances and all this other vocabulary, mumbo jumbo shit that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice any of it.
No, I think it's
You
something.
I don't
sound
notice
fine.
any of it either.
I think, yeah, it's something you don't notice if you're not looking for it. But because I'm purposely looking for it to snuff it up, because it makes your audio a lot more comfortable. I will say, like,
Yeah.
as like a general
At
rule of-
no point was I ever uncomfortable with your voice.
Yeah.
Like,
It just it depends on how you're listening to it as well. If you're listening to it through headphones or,
It's something that is a lot more obvious if you just have two clips of it next to each other.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear it. And also because Waddies, of course, checking clips and checking VODs, they'll be hearing their own voice a lot more than we will be hearing their voice.
like, let's see. If I'm
So then it's
talking
more
here.
obvious.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's 40 to 45 minutes. Not to be pedantic here, but...
I mean, I would have streamed 40 to 45 minutes ago.
Like that.
If only I didn't have to troubleshoot a game that didn't end up working in the first place.
It's just very occasionally just like a harsh ass that pulls through.
For me, I can tell it's different, and I can tell it's better or worse, vaguely. But I can't exactly tell why. Because I'm not an audio guy.
Like for example, let's just honestly go all the way up to the most recent stream where I've actually fixed this for the most part. And also I've made my microphone more clear and shit. Which is what I was aiming to do. Damn, you got fucking domed. Like, wow, that's honestly, be lucky you're wearing a face mask. Oh, it's so smooth.
Well, I took an arm injury, so, you know.
You got hit in the arm and the head.
And I'm still the
Now I'm
exact
getting
same.
confused
see your
because I
head.
can't tell the difference between anyone.
yeah.
Between VOD voices
Yeah,
and
that's-
chat voices.
I can
Well,
I can
Bipin,
tell the difference, but it's
yeah.
hard. It's
If we end up going over this VOD at the end of 2022 and you're talking over that, I think I'm just gonna have an aneurysm. I'm gonna be honest.
We're gonna start talking over like we need to, okay, next year we need to do a talking over this one while we're talking over this one. And we just get
And then
like
we can do a
a
voice comparison between how my voice sounds now and then...
yeah. Bipin hasn't changed at all because I don't think they've changed any single thing about their microphone in the span of 2 years.
absolutely not.
Yeah, just that small little bit. I mean, if you don't notice a difference, it's fine.
I kind of feel like if Bipin, if you did, it would sound weird. I would
Yeah.
not like it.
I think I actually agree. I think if Bipin got
I'd
a
be
better
like,
microphone, it
"What
would be
the fuck?
very
Put it
weird.
back."
I should say that I'm currently in a motel in a different city to where I usually live. So I might sound a bit different now than how... Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine if you don't
Honestly-
notice a difference.
Also, this is just tempting me to buy a new mic.
Actually,
just to see
you know-
how weird it would be.
I have the perfect clip to show you because I know we're going on a tangent. We're not talking about 2021. We're talking about my sibilance again, which is focus of like half
Which
these
happened in
fucking streams.
2021.
Which happened in 2021. I fixed it, but where is it? Mingus. This is the perfect clip to show you what is wrong with it. Because if I do a harsh ass, it just blows the fuck out of the microphone.
I try and I mean I'd say I try and buy new stuff, but I was gonna say I try and buy new phones. Mingus?
Like that.
Oh, yeah, I can
oof,
hear it.
that kind of high pitched oof.
Yeah,
I
but
can hear
like,
it. It's
yeah,
not
like
bothering me,
now
but I can
that
tell why-
it's quote unquote fixed.
Mhm.
How are you going to say the word shit as aggressively as possible?
I mean, I can do it without.
shitting.
I'm
know?
shitting. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
How many playlists do you have on the side, by the way? I just noticed.
yeah. These are
Yeah.
all the. This is Waddicker VOD's playlists. Look at this. So, that's everything we've streamed pretty much, and it includes a lot of stuff from like really old, like when I was playing RAM. This isn't about 2018. Get out of here. What else is going on here? I played Budget Cuts. I did. I named it Part 1. I haven't played it again.
Never played again?
I haven't played it again.
Good.
I need to stop
I didn't
doing
like
that.
the game very much.
I like Budget Cuts. It's just one of those games I can't play for like more than one sitting, apparently. I've done it
Sounds like
multiple
it's like I'm not entirely sure if that's the case or if you're just sort of like pulling an Alfred and just like releasing the same episode like 3 times. Like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon episode 2, it's literally just the exact same video as episode 1, just with the number 2 slapped on it.
It's like, see, I actually did do another Budget Cut stream 3 years prior, and it's the exact same situation. I was gonna follow it up and I didn't. Let's see what else was going on. So I think this is about the part where I'm starting to fuck with my microphone, which is understandable. Hey!
So Subnautica?
Yeah, Subnautica. I played Subnautica for a little while. It was fun. Doom Eternal. And of course, the biggin. One of the biggins is Monster Hunter Rise. I don't think I've streamed more an entire month than when Monster Hunter Rise came out. Because every stream, like every single day, was 5 to 6 hours long. For like 2-3 weeks. This is a beefy series. If you're trying to watch it. God, I love this game. And we're gonna have to play it again in like a week. Fucking hell.
Oh yeah.
For a lot longer.
Week and a half.
Week and a half. Yeah, this is a good series. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming the story mode again. Maybe. I mean, on and off. We'll see. I can kind of just play it and grind through it. Yeah, Monster Hunter Rise is definitely like one of 5 major games that came out this year that was important to the streams. Because we did play it for a long time.
When does Phasmophobia start?
It's funny, so if you're talking about Phasmophobia, we actually first played Phasmophobia back in 2020 when it came out.
And I played in VR back then.
Mm-hmm. And then we only did 3 streams, and then we kind of got a bit bored. I think I don't think we got bored. I think it's just because there was other things like, you know, Monster Hunter, you know, the Monster Hunter. But then, what's it called? Phasmophobia actually doesn't appear for quite a while. But once we were finished with Monster Hunter World, we got about how many streams in? A decent chunk. We then started doing Counter-Strike Go. And then I made this video. I spent like half a year working on this video. This video
Oh
is...
yeah, the sharpless.
Hey, my name is Waddicker.
I fucked my mic here a little bit, but which is fine.
Is it possible to beat Monster Hunter World without sharpening your weapon? This idea was
I can hear it in the S's a bit, yeah.
Who aimed to pull off the
I
exact
think
same challenge in Monster Ultimate
this video...
You've seen this video
did
like
a lot
5,
better
7
than I
times.
expected.
Yeah.
Yeah. This video did a lot better than I expected because... I don't know, I just... I got 1,800 views, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Yeah. And it seems to be spiking recently as well.
I had to go for a bit because
That's
somebody
fine.
knocked on the window.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna say anything.
But I am still really proud of this video. I think I scripted it, and like recorded it, and did all the editing really well. This like was using, it's just using like everything I knew. And voice acting, kind of. Not acting, but script reading.
Voiceover.
Voiceover.
Yeah.
The monster into walls. For the third role, I can't use any armor pieces that have skills affecting sharpness. Even ones I would never gain a benefit from anyway, like speed sharpening. While it doesn't do anything for my sharpness, I'm lumping the mind's eye skill in here too, since it also negates bouncing. The rest of the...
Yeah. I do think, and again, also the editing is quite nice in this one.
I could never do anything like that.
It's not like professional quality, but it's pretty damn good.
I feel like I personally just wouldn't have the patience and focus for it. I would probably release it a bit more half-assed.
Packing lots of power in as few hits as possible. But the longsword and dual blades would be great overall for their consistency and easily accessible
personally,
mind's eye built.
Yeah.
If I were to make this video, I would probably end at like the first version you sent me.
Yeah.
Be like, this is already really good. I'm just gonna upload this.
Funnily enough, I actually had a big
If I
problem.
made this, I wouldn't have any graphics. It would just be me rambling for about half an hour without a script.
But I'll show off a few bits that happened in this because it's a really good video, and it took a lot of time to make. But there was something I wanted to mention. Oh, when I was recording the voiceovers, I accidentally fucked up the second recording, and like I had to make do because it was actually lower quality than the first one for some reason, like quite significantly lower quality. But then I managed to like crawl it back. I think it's around here the transition happens.
Take them both down with no problem and get introduced to another new locale already, the Rotten Vale. While the Coral Highlands looks pretty, the Rotten Vale is by far my favorite locale in the base game.
It was those two shots there. That's the quality actually changed. I mean, if you're like an audiophile, you'll hear it, but if you're not, no one notices because I managed to mostly fix it.
I only
You know
knew
how I didn't
it
hear
was-
anything before?
You don't hear anything. Did you hear anything now?
Yeah.
You did. So you noticed this.
Yeah. I noticed
And get
it.
introduced to another new locale
I knew where it
already,
was.
the Rotten Vale. While the Coral Highlands looks pretty,
Yeah.
the Rotten Vale is by
I think I heard it there.
It's a bit more underwater in the second half.
Yeah.
Which is
I know where it is because you sent me like timestamps for that so often, and I just remember it being right after Palomu.
Yeah. I think this is like probably the best video on the channel. And everyone else seems to agree. Except if you're watching Killer Bean. Apparently that's my greatest video.
Wasn't this where like Mistake and I were like creating the extended lore for John Lennon being Beelzebub?
Yes,
Or
I was going to include it. It's actually I do have a few clips from that fight in this. When you were talking about it, but I don't actually have it. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, we're talking about John Lennon. How Beetlejuice was John Lennon. It's literally this fight.
I realize people watching at home are going to have absolutely no context for this, and guess what? You're not getting any.
You're
I
actually.
don't
say
have any
people
context
watching
for
at
this.
home.
I have just accepted it.
Do you know a fun fact? This is a video where Bipin appears 0 and Buck appears once. Do you know that? You're not like that's a weird thing. Like it's actually right it's right here. Actually, Buck appears multiple times in this video.
Was Feral Jar Jar Binks the one that
It's
Wasn't that in Rise?
Yeah, that's in Rise.
I won't. Black Diablos is no exception, although I'd argue she's more fun to fight than normal Diablos sometimes. No, don't do this move! Well, that's good. That's bad. Oh, I'm stunned. I'm dead.
This is such a fucking incredible moment.
Very pog. Oh.
You're saying?
She's not the hardest of monsters, but man, do I get stunned a lot in this fight.
Yeah. Very interesting that Buck is in this.
I'm
and
pretty
no one
sure
else.
I appeared another point.
You appear earlier during the coral section when you meant like. I think you talk about
Yeah.
the booster right here. Yeah. Right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The health booster.
Yeah.
Already painful fight, that much worse. Less than 10 minutes into the hunt, I completely run out of healing items, and since I'm unable to restock at camp, my options are very limited. Luckily, for the first time in Monster Hunter World history, the health booster comes in clutch. Dude,
Oh,
health
yeah.
booster coming in clutch though!
I remember asking about another strategy, just like, yeah, it's really shitty. Don't you ever talk shit about my boy the health booster ever again.
This combined with Vigor Walsh.
God, the Texan accent on that. Don't you ever talk about my boy the Hell Booster ever again?
Was that you, Buck?
Yeah, that was Buck.
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't know.
That's it's Buck.
I've
I'd seen
never
that
been
part a
to
bunch of
Texas
times,
in
and
my
I-
entire life, but like I just felt like channeling. I just kind of felt like channeling my boy.
I just knew what he was doing that in H3 VRVC, I think, and I just assumed it was a random person. I didn't know it was you. Just genuinely didn't recognize it.
God, the Lunastra fight on like a limited amount of heals and really shit armor. This was actually awful. But like she
I
just
can imagine.
End up fainting a fourth and final time in the hunt. This was the run's first quest failed, right at the very end.
I won't spoil the ending. Anyway, you should, one thing to take away from the stream, go watch this video. It's a good video. I did a lot of work on it.
Yeah. Plus I'm in it, which makes it 10% better.
Yeah.
So.
Yo, Mad Max.
I'm not in it.
And I'm not in it. And I'm not in it, so that makes it even better.
I wouldn't go that far.
But right here is, well, Resident Evil starts and I beat it like pretty much in like a week. Just get out of the way. This is when we start playing through Halo. So if you don't know, we went through...
and then I'm there for like
one stream.
The last episode of the campaign. I don't know if it's 2 or 3.
It's Reach.
Well, I mean, of the Reach episodes.
2. Because I think Reach is pretty short. But yeah, we actually played through...
How many streams have I been in?
Probably
before
like
this point?
4 or 5-ish.
I thought it was 1.
I think you've been in like a
one.
Maybe. I think you've been in a few. I'm not sure though.
I've just been in the chat.
I just realized it's midnight in 3 minutes.
Yo! Happy New Year!
Are you gonna count it down?
No. I'm probably.
Is it gonna be eventful?
No.
But New Year.
Yeah, we actually...
I'm gonna probably go downstairs in a second.
I'll have to go downstairs as well whenever New Year comes for me as well, but I could probably just put a BRB symbol if we're still streaming then, and I'll come back up. But we actually streamed the entirety of, well, every single Halo game except for 5, because 5 isn't on PC. But also it sucks. And
yeah, I was gonna say, even if it was, you probably wouldn't want to play that shit.
I would play it just to complete it. Yeah, I would have, like, we played through Halo 4. We can play through Halo 5. But
Halo 4 sucked so bad.
I can't believe how much Halo 4 sucked. I am, like, baffled by how much it sucks.
I know, right?
Yeah. This is the one where... I think this is one of the first triple streams, or quadruple crew streams. I've had multiple people on streams before, but not like after post Bipin, quote unquote.
I remember I like halfway through this mission I realized that I was on hold to crouch and I was like, oh god, I gotta turn on toggle crouch, and you guys absolutely just reamed me verbally for it.
Alright, I'm gonna have to head off for a minute. I'll be back later maybe. I'm not sure yet. I'll see ya.
Yeah.
See ya. Yeah, part of the reason I don't do a lot of these like really beefy like 4 people, 5 people streams is because they tend to get a bit cluttered and people are talking like constantly over each other and they get a bit like messy. Like 3 people is about the.
No, you
the
just
best.
don't want me around. I see how it is.
Yeah, no, I just don't want you around.
And I'm just annoying.
Nah, it's genuinely just gets a bit messy because then no one can speak and kind of gets muddy. I think like Jackbox is the exception to that because not everyone needs to be speaking for like that. Hey, mistake.
It's New Year for Bipin, by the way, now.
Yeah, Bipin was here, but he's gone for like a few minutes because he's gonna go and celebrate New Year.
Nice. I will say that the best moments during this entire episode were you bullying me for whenever I picked up a drop shield.
Yeah, and it all culminated in, of course,
Yeah, misclick. Yeah, we know.
I mean, we gotta watch it. This is like one of the... We should watch clips as well, not just look at the VODs. But this is such a good clip. God.
Damn.
I got it!
Also, I see you pull out the rocket launcher, and then I immediately drop one
Spine
here,
laser
just thinking it'll protect me, and then I realized that you can just bait it out, and then I just start running, but it's not enough.
That scared the shit out of me.
Sorry, I misclicked.
That apology was so delayed.
It's so good.
Amazing.
This is the clip that came from the Adventure Time game, which is like one of the better clips on the channels. What
is it, Charlie?
I can't do
Charlie!
that well.
What is it, Charlie?
God, this game is fucking awful. But it's
Hey, I
fun.
got an idea for a video game enemy. What is it, Charlie? Give him 400 health.
I love the voice crack in that. It's such a good. If the voice crack weren't there, I don't think it would be clip worthy. But it was just the right amount of exasperation.
It was like every emotion mixed together at once. The frustration and the anger from playing this dumb video game. God. Yeah, we did manage to play through every single Halo game on stream. There was Halo CE, which surprisingly took like 7 hours. Fuck. Oh yeah, it's because Halo CE is like extended artificially for like a bajillion years. Then there was Halo 2, obviously. Then we did Halo 3, and then
Then there was a million Guilty Gear.
Yeah, this is where Guilty Gear starts. We actually just started Halo 3 ODST, and then we don't finish Halo 3 ODST until all the way up here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right here. So, there's quite a gap.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I also think I remembered towards the tail end of that episode, you were just like, I'm ready for this game to be over so we can get back to Guilty Gear.
Oh my god, it's one of the coolest or most interesting kind of juxtapositions is in this game or in this stream, we're actually talking about how excited we are for Guilty Gear. And like we're like, oh my god, we can't wait for it to come out. We're gonna play so much of that fucking game. And then when you go to the next stream of ODST, we're like, yeah, we've played it for like 200 hours. It's such a good juxtaposition. And then, but basically nothing else changes, of course. It was only a few months.
Somehow, whenever I look forward to a game coming out, it turns out to be shit.
Oof.
Yeah, and
Chief example,
I've countered that. I've countered that by just not looking forward to any games and then being pleasantly surprised, which I don't actually recommend for anybody else because it sucks.
Yeah, no, I don't recommend it either.
Yeah,
I used to be like that. I was like that like 3 years ago, and then I just thought, wow, life fucking sucks. And I was like, you know what? Screw you. I'm gonna be excited for any shit I want. And then I just got excited for anything I wanted. I mean, I think most people forget that you can be skeptical and you can be like apprehensive. You can like all these different types of things that people try to be narcissistic and shit like that. And you can still be excited for something. Like one emotion doesn't defeat the other, or one desire. You can still be excited for a game and be skeptical like to shit about it. Like Halo Infinite. Skeptical is absolute hell, but I was still excited for it. And I like it. It's a good game, but of course, lots and lots of problems in that one. But you know, you can still have both. You don't need to just choose one. And then people like really get caught up in just choosing one, and they become this like narcissistic, like no fun allowed piece of shit that no one wants to hang out with. Where you're like, where they're
like ignore new releases now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh look, I like this game. I'm gonna get it instead of like waiting for a release.
Yeah. Like people want to hang out and people want to listen and look towards people who actually like enjoy things, which is a weird thing to say, but it is true. Not everyone likes yeah.
The most recent thing that I looked forward to and it actually delivered was the DLC for RimWorld, but then like I've played that game for 1,700 hours now and like
yeah. But here's where we first played Guilty Gear Strive when the game first came out on June 12th. Man, this was a fucking video game and a half. Unfortunately...
yes, with Polnareff.
Yeah, with Polnareff. This, unfortunately, the game had like a really rough start. Like, I don't know if any of y'all remember.
What game doesn't these days?
I mean, like, it was... Half of the stream is us trying to get into a lobby to play the game. I'm not joking. Because...
I mean, I'll tell you a game that didn't have a rough start.
So... Yeah. But the problem with this game was you had to play in public lobbies, but then you couldn't spectate So like, how do I solve the problem of Bipin and Speedy playing and I can't see it? So our solution, you know, like any good solution, was just screen share. And it looks awful. I mean, this is not screen share. This is just because I'm on 720p because the stream. But I don't know if I can find a match between Speedy and Bipin. But it looks genuinely kind of awful. And I think, yeah, here. And there wasn't really much we could do about it, sadly. And the game actually stayed like this. Like, you can really see it here. Even with, like, compression from YouTube, it looks crunky, you know? Also, compression from... There's, like, actually 5 levels of compression going on right now for everyone in the VC. You know, there's Twitch compression, YouTube compression, Discord stream compression from the game, and Discord stream compression from me right now. So, damn, this is a awful.
And I remember I had a lot of things to say about the amount of like background visual clutter, and I remember sending exactly this image, which I just put in VC Lounge.
Yeah. I mean, let me see.
And I kind of still stand by that. Like I can kind of read what's going on screen, but at the same time, it literally just looks like somebody just. There's a lot of nonsense going on the screen, even behind it, and it kind of makes it like difficult to read.
It's one of those things that you kind of learn to parse in fighting games, because you know, after you play fighting games for a certain amount of time, the background and foreground really separate. Like the background literally is invisible to you. So, you know, you actually learn to just kind of separate it. This clip here, the nice dog can I pet it, which is a great clip, is like a prime example of like the stream compression, because this looks, well, I mean,
that
this looks this is Speedy or I think this is Bipin screen sharing the game over to me so I can stream it to Twitch. Yeah, it is not pretty, but it's such a good clip.
Compressed even more.
Yeah, so it's whoever activates first that loses.
What? My God.
He tried to grab your butter.
Nice dog, can I pet it? God, it's a great clip. 50 minutes till UK New Year, 50 minutes, damn. Yeah,
Strive died of New Year poisoning.
Probably. But I think the game was like this for a few weeks. I think they did eventually fix it pretty quick, though. So, I mean, it's in the past now. Yeah, we played Guilty Gear for... Game good. Game good. We played Guilty Gear for how many? How long? It looks like a solid month, pretty much, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, GTDOD. I remember playing this. It's a funky game. Wow, the second stream has more views than the first stream. Even though the first one has the thumbnail of the orange door.
Well, probably just because you had a really, really big gun on screen and people click that.
Yo, Cooking Simulator.
Or people hate the color orange.
It's true. Yo, stream highlights, volume 6. I need to do 7, but I have enough clips for 7, 8, and 9, so... Yeah, all these clips you can see on the clips channel.
You should do for number 10 just like a compilation of the best of all previous clip compilations.
I was thinking of doing that, yeah. Something like that. Oh, here's where we played Halo 4. Also, when I made Void Soup in Cooking Simulator, like I created the Void for no reason.
What the?
Like, wait until you see it, but like, not with NAN. Look at the taste.
How did you even do this?
What have I created? What the fuck did you do? I don't know what I did.
I created like the Void Soup.
How did you pull this off?
What the hell happened?
You show that to Gordon Ramsay, and he's just like, I'm not even mad. I'm just impressed.
A little bit scary. Yeah, I don't know how I created Void Soup, but
You divided by 0.
I'm genuinely curious what happened, honestly.
Nan is what you get when you divide by 0, so you somehow divided your soup by 0.
I need to go to Sandbox mode and practice that before we do anything. Wait, yeah.
Still better than my cooking.
Oh.
Yeah, like, why is it void now? Weird. It was a great moment, though. Yo, Back 4 Blood, the Back 4 Blood beta, the one that everyone hated, and me and Bipin were the only people saying it was good. And
I think that's kind of the reason why I enjoy watching it, because, like, if you're not having fun,
yeah.
the streamer, the viewers aren't having fun.
Yeah, that's one of the main things I mentioned, or I keep saying, is everyone in your chat will echo your emotions when they're watching you. They echo the emotions of the person they're watching. That's why I typically don't like watching people getting frustrated, and I don't like me getting frustrated, is because, well, if I'm watching someone getting frustrated, I get frustrated, and then if someone in my chat is watching me, then same happens to them. You know, usually
That's called empathy.
Yeah, it's something that just happens with everyone. So that's why, you know, if the streamer is not having fun, the best thing to do is always just, like, don't, you know, play a different game, or do something else, or just stop streaming for a little while instead of keep going. But I like to try and recover it if I do get frustrated. But yeah, it's very important information to know if you're going to stream, or just in general, is that people will echo your emotions if you're streaming. And so if you're happy, if you're like constantly happy and really enjoying yourself, and you're having fun, you're laughing, the entire chat will be laughing and having fun as well. So, like, you know the quality of your stream just by how well you feel, which is just quite nice to have. And
like, that's one of the reasons that, like, I love to watch Russian Badger. I feel like if I met Russian Badger in person, I would want to throttle him to death. but because he like has so much fun in his videos,
yeah,
I'm having fun.
Yeah. It's why you got to be careful, and you got to actually understand how you're making your viewers feel, because there's a lot of these streamers that are, or like a lot of popular streamers, who are basically just like living piles of toxic embodiment and like shit like that, where they're raging, they're getting angry, like all the streamers who go around on like CS:GO claiming people are hacking or whatever shit like that. Like, the second you start doing that, the entire chat is no longer on your side. And it actually happens a lot with fighting game streamers as well, where, you know, if a fighting game streamer goes like, this character's bullshit, I fucking hate this character, god, that move sucks, like, the entire chat is gonna be, yeah, that shit sucks, that shit bad. And then it's just like a circle jerk of toxic just mindset and negativity, and it gets really bad.
You create a hive mind.
Yeah, you create a hive mind. You create like just a circle jerk that no one wants to be in.
And you gotta be good for the hive mind.
Yeah. So, like, you know, people who say that streamers aren't responsible for their community, fuck you. You're wrong. Streamers are absolutely responsible for their community, because you have the option to change it. I heard lots of people saying, like,
you'll always get like-minded people looking at your thing, so people who like your stuff, and if you're toxic, you get people who like toxicity.
And if you start doing like if you start doing ironic toxicity, you're still going to attract those people who are toxic, because they won't tell the difference. That's kind of the bad thing. You know, the second you start doing ironic things and you let that shit pass, that's why I don't even really allow like ironic racism or ironic some jokes are fine if you really know they're absolutely jokes. Like, you know, we do a lot of like beating women jokes on the stream but we only do it within actual context. We don't just blurt it out, you know? And we also phrase it in such a way that everyone knows it's like 100% a joke. But
though I I do realize that during these Back for Blood streams, I do say a couple of sussy things in chat.
Do you?
That kind of, yeah. I was sort of like talking about like the amount of fights that I've been in, and like from my experience, like females getting away with things that males never would.
Oh yeah. Understandable.
And I look back on that stream and I think, maybe I should have, kept that, to something that wasn't being broadcasted.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you can still discuss it, but because it's not like it goes bad or awry or anything. We do chat about it just fine. You can talk about controversial subjects.
It was a healthy conversation. I just sort of feel like somebody could easily stumble upon that video later and
take it out of context.
Like, cancel me on Twitter, even though I'm not active on Twitter.
Yeah.
People will find a way.
There was a streamer earlier in the... This is actually relevant to 2021. You remember the presidential coup that happened early in 2021?
Hard to forget it.
Yeah. Well, there was a Reddit, and I know Buck knows about this, but there was a Reddit for Brandon Herrera, a gun YouTuber who just, he fires guns and stuff like that. He's very political. And his Reddit got banned from Reddit. It got completely shut down because they were enticing the coup. They were fueling fire like nothing else. So it got shut down. And then after it got shut down, lots of discussions started happening in the HTVR Discord being like, hey, but Brandon Herrera isn't responsible for his community. It's not his fault. He absolutely fucking is. If you're not stopping your community from fueling a fire, you may as well be fueling it yourself. It's the same thing as not voting. Not voting is a vote for the side you don't want. So, and I understand not everyone agrees with that sentiment, but it's kind of how that's how it acts out. That's how it plays out most of the time.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Moist Critical.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that when something goes wrong in his community, he addresses it and then just says, "Please don't do that."
Yeah,
I really like that about him.
That's why I don't tolerate shit like that either. Whenever someone goes out of their way to be a shithead, I'm like, hey, don't do that or get banned, and then I just ban them instantly if they do it one more time. And etc. stuff like that. That's why we also moved Jackbox to being you require the code from inside the Discord, because then I can just kick you and there's nothing you can do and you're never playing with us again. You know? Mm-hmm. But you gotta moderate your community. They echo your emotions, and you have control over them just fine. And if you choose not to, you are functionally wavering.
You're enabling it.
Yes, you're enabling it. If they start doing bad shit and you're and you wash your hands, that's your fault. That's what they did is your fault. You need to get on there and stop them. The second, for example, Brandon Herrera's community started going rabid, he should have immediately done something about it. I understand it's there's not a lot you can do, and I don't know if he has control over the Reddit, but at the very least he should have contacted people and maybe even made a video, but he didn't. He just ignored it, and at that point you're responsible. And that's an example for that. But I mean, going back to 2021 was really fun so far. Well, so far, last hour. It was very fun so far, but I wonder what the last hour holds.
There's an hour for it to go bad, right?
Hey, look, I still got 8.5 hours before my New Year's.
Yeah, 2021 has been really
There's
good.
still plenty of 2021 left for me.
This all started because we stemmed from Back for Blood as well.
There's negative 12
as a
hours
red-blooded
of 2021 left for me.
I got
as a red-blooded American.
5 hours.
If you couldn't tell from the time that I sounded like a Texan.
Yeah, we played a lot of Back for Blood, and we were one of the few people that seemed to actually really enjoy the game. So, people enjoyed it. I actually had people comment on the VODs and videos saying hey, thanks for streaming this because you're one of the only people who seem to enjoy the game. It's really sweet. And
I mean, they're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The streams are fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I played a lot of Waddicker. Actually, I think this is the last time I played
I was gonna say, can we talk about Waddicker? Because I hold that game very dear to my heart.
I love Waddicker. It's but I don't play it. I don't play it often enough. It's a good game.
Bipin said he was going for a couple of minutes, and he's not back yet.
It's fine. He's probably busy taking shots. Yeah, this is a fun game. I really like it.
That game looks really cool. I wish I could figure out how to play it.
And it's still getting updates.
I am terrible at those kinds of games.
Yeah, these kind of Enter the Gungeon-esque games. God, I love the bosses.
Yeah.
I love the way this game works. This is like a hidden gem that people still don't know about that came out this year, and
It's still hidden.
It's still hidden. Yeah.
I mean, I'd never
It's
even
still a
heard of
gem.
Thunder Humor until you played this game and we're talking about it.
I've known, well, not known, but I've watched Thunder Humor from basically since they started. And the second I saw that they were making a game, I was like, this is gonna fucking kick shit. This is gonna be awesome, because their humor and their like comic-y or their comedic art style is super good. Like, they know what they're doing, and I was right. They made a banger ass game that's really, really fucking good, and I still recommend anyone go and play it. And it seems people like it as well.
It's on my wish list, and now that I actually have like some money from Christmas, I might just end up buying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should get it too, because this looks awesome.
I mean, let me show you like some other stuff, because that isn't the main character. The main character is this one. I love the character design in this game as well. It's like
I remember every single time I popped into the stream, I would just be like, "They are Rage, but you will be Bird."
Yeah, the main character is a bird in a suit of armor, which is fucking awesome. And the sound design is really good as well.
Or somebody in a bird-shaped suit of armor.
Bird-shaped.
This is a lot of enemies. This is a lot of enemies in like one locale.
I think there might be a lot of enemies.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool.
This is cool.
This is cool. Referencing something I said when I first started streaming on Waddicker, which was where I was like super apathetic. I had like zero emotion in my voice, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." It's like, damn, you can really tell. I'm excited.
Oh, this is so cool. I just had my first child. I can't believe it.
This video game is so compelling. I love
it. Basically. Yeah. Yo, it's Mad Max. I remember starting. I did 4 streams of this game.
I haven't been this excited since
the yelly smelly.
since I got spoiled that Snape kills Dumbledore in the movie.
There is a reason I haven't played Mad Max again after this stream. Honestly, Mad Max just doesn't fit with how I commentate. I'm gonna be real. Like, I've tried. I actually think the same thing for Halo Infinite, but I finished Halo Infinite because it's Halo Infinite, and this is Mad Max. This is a 5-year-old game that no one really cares about anymore. But yeah, that's the reason I haven't streamed Mad Max again. I probably won't, but it's a fun game. It's a great game. What else is there? You know, I guess talking into what I said there, some games you just realize that just don't really work with how you stream or how you talk. You know?
I mean, I want to make videos with RimWorld, except I have no idea how I'd commentate or edit them.
Yeah. Like, some games are just... You just don't know how to commentate on them properly, or they just don't fit you. And you kind of got to deal with that.
We're back to Phasmo.
Yeah, we're back to Phasmo. Oh, yeah. We're getting onto Phasmo now. So, after Back 4 Blood beta, we came into... Oh, Mistake. Forgot about Mistake. He's here.
Hello.
Mistake doesn't appear in any streams until Phasmo, but we're present here-ish, I think. No, you weren't. You weren't present in these streams. This is when I played at Dead of Night. And it's actually kind of funny, but at Dead of Night, I didn't have a lot of positive things to say about it in these streams, which I feel really bad about. Like, I actually kind of end the stream being a little bit frustrated that I can't make any progress because the game gives you so little information to work with against Jimmy. But then, like, when I then decided instead to Discord stream the game so people could input and chime in and watch with me. And then, like, I really knuckled down and figured out the tells, and, like, the game just, like, it's like my fucking 4th eye opened. And this game suddenly became literally Game of the Year in, like, an instant. It went from, like...
4th eye? Do you have 3 eyes normally?
Well, you know, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course I do. You don't have 3 eyes?
I thought it was 1.
What are you, eyest?
You highest.
I thought.
Yeah. I'm gonna make... yeah, I do wear glasses, actually. That's true. So there you go.
Oh yeah, you're right. Your 5th eye open.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My 11th eye has opened.
I'm actually working on a video of top 10, or like, not top 10, but my top games of 2021. This is going to be in it, like 110%, and I'm going to spoil a bit of the review here. I think this is the best horror game ever made. Not just like this year, I think it's probably the best horror game. I really love this game. Because it looks so cool and it plays so well. It's really hard to describe how unpredictable the antagonist is in this game. Like, Mystic, how would you explain, like, how Jimmy works? Because he is super unpredictable. You can't, like, tell what he's doing, but at the same time, you know exactly, like, I know exactly where he is on the map.
Yeah.
He's so predictable,
like,
but he's so unpredictable.
Predictable, yeah, he's predictable, but he's unpredictable. Like, you could, like, be 100% sure that he is, like, right next to your door, and then you go outside, and you don't see him anywhere, and you pass a corner, boom, there he is, you're dead, bonk.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can tell exactly where he is and what he's doing, but I guess what he does is super unpredictable. Which makes him, like, a very, very human antagonist. I would say Jimmy is my favorite horror game antagonist, because he is just a person. That's literally it. He is just a guy. Which is really fucking cool. Like, he is literally just a single guy. No powers, no nothing, just a guy with a bat. Which makes...
Just a bald fella with a personality disorder.
Yeah.
It's not even a bat. It's just like, it's like a piece of a dowel.
Yeah, it's like a cutting board.
Yeah.
Like a big cutting board.
It's like one of those tiny little tiny bats that you can get at Dave & Buster's for like 300 tickets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I know this is quickly turning into the video where I'm going to talk about this game, but him actually trying to work around you makes him so much more compelling of an antagonist. Mm-hmm. Like most horror, like I fucking hate when most horror games are just like animatronic beeline straight towards you and you have to run away. It's just fucking boring. But Jimmy, he hides. He will literally hide around corners and wait for you. He'll like, and it's so cool because his animation.
He's an ambush predator.
Yeah, he's trying to stalk you. He's trying to stop you from leaving. And like, he's so cool.
Doesn't he also like try to trip you up on like on the stairs right here? He tries to like trip you up on the stairs and like listen to where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you open the door,
like he has so many different like abilities, quote unquote, like just natural like human abilities, which he uses that just make him so compelling. He hears things, he listens, he sees things, and he acts very human-like, which is just such a big difference, which makes him so scary.
Dr. Bose, there he
Jimmy
is.
Trip Jump Scare. I guess like a good example is he's actually also not perfect as well, which really kind of adds to the atmosphere. It doesn't really add to the scariness, but if you see him like hiding behind a corner, you can actually very occasionally run past him and just keep running, because he's not perfect. He's not going to be able to just like catch you like that. He actually has to run up to you and get to you and stop you. And if he's like trying to hide, you can take advantage of that and run past him. There's so many different things that this antagonist can do. And I think like it really just like elevates this game beyond what any other horror game can do. And it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like that would be from this game, but I don't know. He's,
you know, the point
It's
and
like
click.
something you have to play to get.
yeah, like you have to play to get, and it's such a fucking good game. Actually, incredible. Anyway, we're talking about where Mistake comes from. Mistake actually first joined me when they were watching my Discord stream playing this game.
Yeah, back in January.
Yeah.
God damn.
And that Mistake didn't really.
It was that long ago? Holy
Yeah.
crap.
I think that's how I got back into watching your streams as well.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't watched in a while.
And yeah, that's where Mistake didn't appear like again for like a solid 6 months. You know, all the way up here from past Monster Hunter Rise, past was it Guilty Gear Strive, and then we got past Back for Blood, GTDOD. We played a little bit of Aliens Fire Team Elite, and then we actually finally get back onto Phasmophobia again, which this game also kind of blew up as well. Because
I was always fascinated with the fact that Aliens Fire Team Elite was as popular as it is, because everything about it just seemed so forgettable to me.
yeah, Mistake fucking dies in the arc. Mistake doesn't appear here in these ones, but they appear very quickly. Yeah,
And disappear just as quickly.
yeah. Mistake is actually in episode 5, and God, which
What one am I in?
You are in like 14 or something? Mistake? Oh, you're in this one. Mr. King was in this one. 12.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, this is when I did Take It, Hold It, Mod It. This is also another thing that I keep, like, talking to viewers and being like, hey, did you like H2VR? Did you see my Take It, Hold It, Mod It? And they're like, did I see your what? I'm like, what?
I keep meaning to watch that.
I'm like, it's good. I think this is really good.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful who you show your Take a Hold It Mod at.
Yeah.
With a bunch of extra mods installed as well, like better hands and custom guns.
I think this is a great series. And I did intend to do a second season this year, but just didn't get to.
Also, you call classic Loadout Lewis the bargain bin basic, when I would probably say it's more beginner Blake.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up there. But yeah, this is a good series. And also the thumbnails are pretty fire on them.
Oh yeah, fire thumbnails.
Plus, like, bargain bin basic beginner Blake is the perfect alliteration, I feel.
Yeah. There's some GCDOD. We're doing more Phasmophobia here. We did a lot of Jackbox.
Scrungo!
To play some more
Scrungo!
Wait, no, Wabungus.
Wabungus. Yeah. There's this epic Phasmophobia stream with the greatest thumbnail of all time, which is me looking through a camera at a dining table. Fucking
Which one
epic.
is Scrungo again? Here, let me Google this.
Yeah, and then this is where we started.
Oh yeah, Scrungo's the dog in the hoodie.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, this is when we started playing Sea of Thieves. Mistake fucking dies the arc.
Oh yeah. The Ark?
The Ark from Soma?
Oh,
Yeah.
my god,
Ark
that
of
made
the
me cry!
Covenant.
This is when we first started playing Sea of Thieves. We did a decent chunk of Sea of Thieves. We'll probably come back to it at some point, I would imagine.
See if these nuts fit in your mouth.
Sea of Thieves nuts fit in your mouth. God, it's a good game. We played a...
So you're standing that far away, and it takes a massive chunk out of you.
Hot Wheels Unleashed?
Yo, Hot Wheels Unleashed. This stream starts incredibly, from what I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you weren't you like getting the game as a joke, and then it turned out to be like the best arcade racer.
Not as a joke, but like, this is how it starts. Holy shit! The game literally boots immediately into loot boxes. Let's fucking go. It's such a good start.
And then it didn't even set the tone for your experience with it. You actually enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
And then you actually made one of the sickest custom tracks with like a ton of skip potential.
And I also made
yeah, you made me a whole custom car for me.
Yeah,
like a
I made
custom
some
library.
Oh, I made some really awesome looking cars.
I'm gonna be right back. There's a party going downstairs and there's like cake and stuff, and I don't want to miss it.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
Rather than
I'll be
mistake
back in like a
reveal.
few, I think. Maybe.
Sure.
Hopefully I'm not like Bipin.
Yeah. Here's
sorry to get off topic here.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're talking about like Hot Wheels Unleashed, but like what are your New Year's resolutions?
I think I stopped doing those mostly. Honestly, a video from CGP Grey that I really like is where he talks about don't do New Year's resolutions, do themes.
That's how I got really good at art, because I just picked year of art, and it's like, look at how good my art's gotten.
Like,
and I did art school and everything.
Have like a very general, easy to achieve thing. Don't say like, oh, I want to get into art school and like get a major or whatever. Do like, I want to become better at art this year than I was last year, or like I want to lose weight this year, or I want to be lower weight than I was at the start of the year. Stuff like that. Have like a theme, and that's what I've generally done. Where I've just kind of been like, I just kind of want to be better me. Want to be me, but just better than I was before. And I would say I achieved it this year for sure. And kind of that's where my resolutions really go. That's what I tend to do.
Sorry. I just realized that the clip that you just played was when you you stole that win from me last second. You bitch.
Yeah, it's this clip here.
I hate you.
Such a good clip. Great, I mean, we saw the volcano from like a while ago.
I forgot it existed. Wait, aren't volcanoes technically finish lines?
Kind of.
Wait, no, yeah, they're in the finish line part. Oh wait, shit, this is the finish. And then I take the lead, and then you mother, and then you yes. Oh, you mother. No, I'm gonna go finish my mod. This is bullshit. Goodbye. You have a fun time. I'm out. See ya, bitch.
Absolutely stolen. The yoinky sploinky. God.
You fucking yoinked me.
We're gonna watch you some of these clips. Yo.
That's a good one too.
This one from Phasma.
This one.
It's so good.
It was the funniest shit on my end because you slowly turned over to me and then you said, "I failed the Ouija board 3 times." And we just hear the ghost.
Yeah.
Take her though. And it's like just like the fucking slow ramp up to running away.
Unless it's Jin.
Also hiding spots.
Oogie! Where are you?
Oogie?
Where are you? Where are you? Holy shit, I just failed the Ouija board 3 times in a row. I'm 0 sanity. The drop in the music in the background.
Oh my god. The comedic timing on this clip is just so perfect.
Yeah, some people weren't able to hear it, but like the ghost actually started immediately hunting after I said this, which is so funny. 3 times in a row, I'm 0 sanity. Let me pause this if I can. Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen too. I was like, "What? You just fucked us."
That's such a good clip.
It do be pretty good.
Honestly, all the Phasmophobia stuff is just incredible.
Oh, yeah. Mr. White gives Mistake his white. This is good. I got so startled from Mr. White. He was like, I just realized Mr. White is Walter White. Jesse, we have to cook.
Yeah, Christopher White, can I have some white, please? Can you blow me like this candle?
Can you blow out the candle?
Blow me like this candle.
I don't think I've seen that clip before. I think.
Yeah, he didn't like the sexual remarks that I made. No, neither did Slender actually. Slender got pissed at me when I played Slender the Arrival. I was trying to bribe him with some good Glock 3000, and he got mad at me.
The Wad dies mentally as well.
We gotta watch the classic.
Oh yeah, God.
Good luck.
This is a good thing to come back to.
Aren't there like 6 at this point?
Yeah.
How many Mistake fucking dies are there? The door!
My microphone fucking itself.
I find the mic cutting off to be a lot funnier.
He's fucking dead.
He's fucking dead.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, good luck. It doesn't work.
Oh, good luck.
Mistake did not have good luck.
I don't even remember what happened and how it. Oh, I think I had my flashlight on actually.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I had my
Corgi?
flashlight on.
Corgi, if you ever appear on one of these streams,
Fantastic timing for mistake. I still hate you. For
you
that.
are going to die horribly in a humorous way, and it is going to be turned into a clip, and that's going to be your debut.
I have appeared in a thing and I died immediately on it.
What about a clip? Oh my god, this one
This
now.
goes
The Back to the Future time machine.
I hate you for this.
Yeah, but also, that car sucks. Sandivore. Just like seconds after.
Well, don't you look like a fucking fool?
And you have 420 coins. Just to rub it in my face more. What is the chance of that happening? There has to be like a
100%, absolutely.
Like
At least
God was just not feeling me today. He was like, "Fuck you." I'm gonna rub it in your face.
God, when we played Halo, there was a lot of clips from Halo. It was so good.
It's a Risk of Rain 2 item.
She has made her choice.
Would you like this thing I was gonna give away in a yard sale?
Say the words, please. I have it.
Drops it.
Just fucking drop kicks it into the pit.
No, no, you just go.
he just starts smashing her head in with it.
Go
I
on.
like that the music fit in with that clip. It's weird.
Man, we're this. Oh yeah, we were on. Really, this is when Back 4 Blood came out. So after Sea of Thieves, we started playing Back 4 Blood.
Yeah. Did I appear on Back 4 Blood? I think I
No,
did.
no, we played it together off stream, but.
Oh yeah.
And me and Bipin haven't only played. We haven't played it since the 7th stream.
Yeah. You guys need to. Good game.
And this is, we're getting into like the
Guilty Gear Strive 54. That's a thumbnail and a half.
I love it. It's good. It's so good. It's such a nice thumbnail.
You played more Guilty Gear than them's fighting herds? I refuse to believe that.
I mean, it's because Guilty Gear Strive was a better fighting game. But yeah.
But are
Legendary
you in the credits
Tales
of
was
Guilty
pretty
Gear
good.
Strive?
I actually do also really like Legendary Tales.
You also said that Them's Fighting Herds was the best fighting game you've ever played while you were playing it. And then the best fighting game you've ever played was Guilty Gear as soon as you started playing it.
Well, see, it's honestly, they're about tied, but I would say the Guilty Gear edges out above them. A little tiny bit. But also, Them's Fighting Herds is like £2, and Guilty Gear Strive is 60, so...
2 cents.
250.
I think these were the only entire series that I was there for.
Yeah, like Legendary Tales is a lot of fun. We're going to be playing it again soon because I bought Speedy it and it got an update.
Damn, you're really good at hitting with that X. You saw that?
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm a two-handed person usually. I don't usually use the scrungle weapons.
The scrunkly weapons?
Yeah, the scrunkly weapons. Yeah, I'm usually this, where I'm using like a two-handed, big ass sword.
The scrungly unglies.
The scrungles.
Bipin running in from the side. Oh, Bipin's banana. That's such a good clip.
Oh, Bipin, this wasn't from 2021, but It's such a good clip.
Oh, wasn't?
Fuck, it's my turn. I can't play the fucking game because fucking Bipin's wiggling his banana all over the place. Bipin, put it away.
I'm not holding it.
It's such a good clip.
Buck, have you seen the only playlist that's on Waddicker clips?
What's the playlist? God damn it.
Bipin's a ball 7. It's the
God
only.
damn it.
Oh, it's such a good joke. Yo, Ziggurat. I don't
No
like
way?
I don't like saying that game's name, to be honest. It's a decent game. It's fun.
You could always just pronounce it Ziggurat.
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 Yeah, that's good.
Which I believe is I'm pretty sure that's the correct pronunciation of it, but everybody just says Ziggurat.
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 Also, before Them's Fighting, or before Strive came out, we played Them's Fighting Herds a little bit more, but like, I was like really not enjoying Them's Fighting Herds.
You played Resident Evil Village?
I did. I played the entirety of Resident Evil Village on stream.
I didn't
The
even
large
know.
lady?
Are you serious?
Yeah. I played like the first stream was 5 hours long. The second stream was also Jesus.
Why didn't you
Go
tell
watch
me?
it, homie.
We'll go watch it, homie. I mean, we gotta see.
I will.
If we're talking about 2021, we got to see the big lady. You know?
Right. I want to see your reaction to the big baby.
The big baby?
Yeah, the big baby.
I feel like I knew it was coming. No, I didn't. I surely didn't. I think I actually just wasn't that scared of it.
Because how do you guess a big baby?
Yeah, no.
The big lady game.
You notice that the game hitched, and you're just like, "Oh god, something just spawned."
Yeah.
And then you were silently shitting yourself for like 5 minutes, and then it actually showed up, and you're just like, "Oh, okay."
This house section is really good. I was actually, once the threat was revealed, I was significantly less scared.
I thought.
Not safe for work.
I
No.
thought. Oh.
But yeah, once the threat was revealed, I was a lot less scared. But I would say being inside this room and doing this puzzle, like, look at me. I'm like shitting myself.
I think it's a really scary part.
Yeah.
Also, I told you to save there because I knew that I had an inkling that was going to be the case, where as soon as you actually saw it,
Yeah.
that you would that like it would sort of lose that,
Yeah.
like the anticipation of it would be worse. So I wanted to capitalize on it, and I told you, yeah, you might want to save, and then you did immediately, and I felt powerful.
Hello.
Hey, Blue.
Guys, I am real.
I'm streaming right
I
now.
feel like I'm hearing things.
Yeah.
There was a music box you can interact with.
Yeah, watch checking out all the stuff they did in 2021.
Yeah, like you can see I'm looking around all the time in this. I was like really scared during this part until the threat was revealed. Then I was like, okay, it's just a slow moving big monster.
Yeah, it's just a giant baby.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find the baby part.
It should be when the lights turn off, which is like right there.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it.
If this VOD would load.
VOD load moment.
What is this? The mistakes loading time?
Did it happen? I think it just happened. Did
I'm
it?
going down. See you later. Goodbye.
Sounding kind of scared though.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared during this part.
I gotta go.
I think I just grit my teeth and run. Yeah, I just...
We're moving. We're going. Yeah,
Alex in the chat.
sorry, I'll pick up in a second. I need to go to the shop. Just pick up a few errands. The entire light system is out!
I don't know why. You seem kind of scared.
A little bit. Let's move over to the...
I can't wait for Shit Your Pants Saturday.
It will not be fine.
Yeah, this is where this isn't this where it comes in.
Entrails. I like entrails. You know, I actually. Okay, we're fucking.
You still seem a little terrified, Wad.
A little bit. I don't think I even saw it. I think I heard it and then just left.
I don't fucking like the goopy baby monster thing. It's
Yeah,
weird.
I don't like the big goopy monster with the big vagina mouth.
Yeah. Not
Oh, actually, I think it walks past and it makes noises.
What the fuck is that? What? What the fuck is that?
Open the door.
God. It looked like it was about to get in.
Yeah, I'm about to chill out. You guys are gonna dap each
Jesus
other up.
Christ.
Your tone of voice changed immediately.
Yeah.
It's like from scared to just bored.
Just the last message in chat before he closes. Something abortions.
Is that Wheatley?
Wheatley? Yeah, it's Wheatley right there. It's Wheatley.
No way! Why did I just turn into like the SpongeBob character? Goes my leg.
Let's see. So we're moving back up again through Phasmophobia, Sea of Thieves, Back for Blood. And then we started playing. I was fighting Herds again. I was gonna mention I was actually pretty frustrated with Herds when we stopped playing it, and then afterwards, like when we played it here, I was like, dude, this is the best game ever. I'm having fun. And I was.
Inscription.
Hey, what? You've got New Year's in like 7 minutes.
Yeah, I do.
Oh shit! What you doing?
Probably gonna
I have
go.
New Year's in 5 hours.
I'm probably gonna go downstairs in a few minutes. We'll see, and I'll be back up.
Will you?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be. I'll be back up, for sure.
Because Bipin vanished downstairs and never came
I
back.
have not finished Inscription yet. No.
Is it good?
It's good. It's very good.
Yeah, I've been thinking about streaming it. Because someone suggested it, but then it just looked like a weird card game.
Yeah, and I suggested it to you, and then it's very good. Here's when Halo Infinite started, by the way, and we were like, "This game is awesome! It's got awesome gameplay," and it still does. But
I haven't even had breakfast yet.
Chica? Oh yeah, Toontown. We started playing Toontown. This is literally like 2 weeks.
Is that a troll face? What is that?
It's one of the enemies. You know?
It's just a troll face enemy?
Yeah, there's just a troll face enemy. You know?
That's sick.
Yeah, see?
Oh my god.
Hey, Bipin.
Oh, she kind of bad though?
What the fuck?
Yo, look at her.
Were you calling the fire hydrant bad?
No, it's calling the woman.
Oh.
Yeah, we're all the way up here.
Fire hydrant bad.
Yeah, then I played. We played Inscription, played Halo Infinite.
5 minutes.
I know. And then, Ready or Not in FNAF Security Breach. The FNAF Security Breach, the game that's so fucking buggy, it's almost unplayable, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun when I played it, even though it didn't load half the time.
And then it was basically just Ready or Not from there on out. Ready or Not's a lot of fun. I've been waiting on Ready or Not for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wait, it's been that long in development?
Yeah, it's been in development for 5 years.
You know
I've been
what my
waiting for
biggest
Ready or
struggle
Not
was?
for the 14 years of my life.
What's your biggest struggle?
Every time Steam recommended me 0 Hour, I was like, oh, is it out? No, it's the other one. Fuck. Real rough.
Yeah.
I was really excited for really excited for. I can't speak. I was really excited for Security Breach because I thought it was gonna be like really awesome because all the trailers, like, you know, game looked amazing.
I mean, the game is good, but it's
the game is good. It just, you know,
it ain't.
It has a couple bumpy roads, just a little, just like small bumps.
Yeah,
you know?
small bumps like me having to replay half the game again, the unsolved lock.
Yeah.
You know.
And you just being able to, you know, break the game so you can save again very easily.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Can't
actually.
you beat the game in 3 minutes? Isn't the world record like 3 minutes or something?
Yeah. But yeah, we actually got Bipin. We went through everything so far. We went through Strivey, Mostly Hunty, a couple dozen other things.
Yep.
Okay.
Just in time for New Year.
In time for New Year. And I'm not gonna end the stream here. We've covered everything that happened over the course of the year. Everything I streamed. And my journey to get my microphone not fucking garbage, which I eventually got.
I'm still working on that.
I need to figure out how to set up a filter. Because I got a microphone. I got a microphone stand now, so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm apparently not allowed to to improve my microphone, so.
I mean, honestly, genuinely, like, not even joking, you kind of don't need to. It's actually just really good as is, somehow.
Oh yeah, Bipin, your mic is really good.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, you made it yourself.
I think, you know what? I actually do have a New Year's resolution. Like
What?
An actual one. Unsqueak my chair.
Let's just buy a new chair.
I want to do that too.
Yeah, but we
John, if you get like some oil or something, you can probably unsqueak.
Yeah, put some WD-40 on that.
Yeah. But we've
So how long until we go downstairs, Wad? How long until we run them up on the stream?
I gotta go downstairs very soon, but I'm just saying we covered every stream that happened pretty much. We went through, we had a look at what was happening, covered some funny moments, but
also, have I been muted this entire time?
Yes,
I think I've been muted this entire. I was talking for like the
Oh.
last 15 minutes.
Oh no. Sorry. I was actually gonna ask.
Okay, fine. I'll just say the most important thing again. Bipin, if you get a new mic, I will fucking murder you.
All right.
But
Yeah. I don't think I can handle Bipin having better quality than this.
I'll actually, when I go downstairs, I'll come back up within like a minute or two or so, and I was actually gonna ask questions, like general questions, how people felt, like yeah, like how people felt about the year, what you were most excited for, like this stuff like that, and I'll ask that. And I think, yeah, now is probably where I gotta dip momentarily, so I'll be right back and I will mute.
All right.
So,
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New
Year. We get to.
New Year, Waddicker.
Yeah.
I just took off my
Happy New Year. I'll be back in a minute.
I just took off my mic on. I'm sorry.
Now we get to run them up on the stream. Yay.
Buddy.
Mods are asleep. Post the root sandstorm.
I'll also
Put-
be
we gotta
muted for a bit.
We gotta get what? Play
Anyway, we got
Wait, no, we can get
10,
Meeseeks in here.
8, 7,
Get me
6,
in here, play.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy British New Year.
British people.
Yes. Now we gotta start off the new year. Well, how do we start it off?
In your best British accent.
Are we going British now?
Well, I mean, if you gotta go British, you gotta sort of like you gotta like
Yeah, I go Scottish.
you gotta pick
funny.
like a sub accent. You can't just like. I don't know. I can't do it. I don't know, I'm gonna stop while my head.
I'm
Or
not even
should I
gonna
go
try.
Like this? Should I go
Yeah,
like this
go for it.
instead?
John, when he's muted, is stinky.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
have
even
been
gonna attempt the
pinged.
British accent because I cannot.
I'm just gonna post the British emoji in VC Lounge 40 times.
Fair.
The British.
I will send the British video.
There's a B at the end because
And then there's just a V at the end.
Alright, but I gotta dip again for a bit. I'll be back later, maybe. See ya.
Okay, see ya.
See ya, Bip. Have a good one.
Bipin leaving?
Yes, I will. I might be back in a bit.
It seems at New Year's, Wad and Bipin cannot exist in the same VC.
It's true. Hey, fireworks are going off. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
I was considering doing a Me6 command and getting like some terrible music in here, but
I'm already playing music.
We could have copyright claims, man.
Yeah, we would. I was gonna play something from Afro Celt sound system.
We could copyright claim playing literally any Undertale soundtrack. Just anything from Undertale.
Really?
I'm back.
Yeah, no.
Welcome back.
This for Undertale songs, like, you know, fucking melody gets you claim.
There we go.
What you talking about?
What we talking about? What were you guys talking about while I was gone?
Oh.
We were all doing British accents.
British accents?
Really? I wasn't there.
Yeah, I refuse to
hello.
do British accent.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh yeah.
2022. I can't believe we were making jokes back in like 2013 about, oh, I can't wait for 2020.
Yeah.
Fucking.
2020's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now we're getting the sequel, 2022.
It's true.
2022, yeah, baby, double digits.
Yeah, woo, year of the gamer.
Year of the gamer.
Isn't Tuesday this year? The 2nd of February is a Tuesday.
2022 do be the year of the gamer though.
Or is it the 22nd of February is a Tuesday?
I mean, maybe.
I'm gonna go back to other voice calls.
All right.
So it's Tuesday.
Tuesday. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
in it.
I was looking for spammable images of oxen since it's the year of the ox now.
Oh, nice.
And how is this? This one image looks so much like a shit post.
The one you sent? Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so
It's
good.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
See? 2022. It's the 22nd of the 2nd.
If you pronounce the word Tuesday with a C, I don't wanna hear it.
Tuesday.
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 It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's pretty good. God, all these streams.
One of my cousins always pronounces the word water like water.
Water.
And I once asked him, "Hey, how many O's are there in the word water?" And he said, "There aren't any." And I'm like, "Exactly. Shut the fuck up."
Hold on. Some people are doing fireworks right now.
Are they?
Vowels in English don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Wait until New Year's.
All right.
Also, so this stream is going to be the last stream in the Waddicker Collection 2021 playlist right here. This playlist is
But it's
officially
2022 now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This playlist is complete.
Oh yeah, holy shit! You streamed every day.
Almost every day. Look, well, so these are this is every single stream that happened in 2021. It's going to include this one, even though it's going to be posted tomorrow or today, I suppose. But yeah, it's every single stream that happened in 2021, and I did the exact same for the previous years as well. You can actually find every playlist, basically.
Nice.
Let's see.
So if this is going up tomorrow,
What
does that
about
mean it's the
2014?
2nd?
Yeah. Oh no, it's today. Probably going up on the 1st. Here's
Because my birthday is tomorrow.
You did say that I streamed every single day for 2020.
You've only liked 40 videos?
Yeah.
Ever?
I mean, I have other accounts. Remember, I just use those. And this is just to look at purely business account.
And business.
Yeah, I didn't stream every day in 2020. Well, obviously I didn't, but I did get 355, technically 356, including this.
Yeah, that's
uploads.
every day.
No, it's not. 65.
Oh.
Not 56.
50. Wait, hang on. Yeah, not 56. But I did in 2020. Well, just 2020 actually. Where is that? The Waddicker 2020. There, no. Where's the Waddicker 2020 collection?
Right, just look for number 365.
365, but then
Yeah.
there was 366 days that year because it was a leap year.
Yeah. Get fucked,
So,
Wad.
Waddicker, when are you
Yeah, like
streaming
300
Inconsistent streamer. Bad Scotsman.
Yeah, see?
You cannot say that.
Well, the number has
Bad
been
Scotsman.
the number has been steadily going up. From like there's 2018, 2019, 2020, and then went down with 2021. But oh well.
Dead streamer.
It's because there wasn't a leap day to do like 15 streams in.
Yeah, I mean, 365 is the most you can ask for.
What about 366?
No, it's too much. You would get banned for that.
Oh.
Too good of a streamer. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Elk. Let's see. All right, so I was going to ask.
Fair. Y'all get early access to New Year.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck in 2021.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far, honestly.
It's been
early
New Year
access
here
so they
for
can iron the bugs before we get.
Yeah, we get the bugs.
13 hours here.
Corgi gets to iron out the bugs first. Actually.
Yeah. I have found a wetter so far, which is a bug.
It's a bug. What else did we do? I mean, I was gonna ask. So, how was your guys' 2020?
Be careful, Corgi. If you say a racial slur, you'll get auto banned.
2021 was pretty good on my end. You know.
What happens if I copy paste the list of from Wikipedia?
You die. The list of slurs.
you do the copy paste of like free Tibet, like the Great Leap Forward, like all those things that normally get people disappeared over in China.
Also, Amazing Elk in chat says Happy New Year to everyone here as well.
Oh, Happy New Year, Elk.
Happy New Year.
But yeah, how was yours 2021?
2021 was pretty good.
Anything special, specific?
Met a lot of cool people. Did a lot of cool things. You know, I got really involved in the FNF community. Met a lot of friends there.
You finished your mod, which is like a big thing. You completed a big project.
I finished Verse Mistake after like 9 months of working on it. So it's pretty big. And I definitely focused on like actually making actual content a lot more.
Yeah.
Obviously it's kind of rough right now because I'm not used to it, but I'm getting better.
Yeah. Did the playlist end?
Barking at, dog?
Playlist ended. All right, let's go to restart.
My dog's here. You want to say hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Rigby.
Rigby Briggs.
Rigby. Yeah, Rigby.
Anything else major? I mean, if Mistake is finished, one else could say it.
I'm finished.
I mean, it's a conversation. Y'all can butt in any time.
Yeah.
We're just talking.
2021 I got hired at a job and now I work full time in video game.
Nice.
Got him. So you got a job? You got hired?
Yeah. I work full time at a hardware store.
Nice. Is it fun? Do you get many complaints about like their PC being broken and they just forget to turn it on?
We had a record low for people asking for mail-to-mail extension cords this Christmas.
What?
Damn, that must correlate with something big.
So, a lot of people put in their Christmas lights backwards, and so they see a female end that they think that they need to hook up to their outlet. But the thing about a male-to-male extension cord is if you plug in one end, the other end becomes the touch of death.
Oh.
You touch anything with that, it dies.
Yeah.
Then why is 2 minutes an hour?
You can plug the
robots
other
are
end
big
into your
fat
pool and
cubes.
turn it into
Yeah.
and just turn it into just raw death.
I figured this would be good to put in the background for just footage.
Me on my way to make the ultimate fish tank.
Yeah. But usually, but what we have to do is just like, sir, you plugged into your Christmas lights backwards.
Yeah.
And these male-to-male extension cords do not exist. They should not exist, and you should not play them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go make one and plug it in.
Anyway, I could
Yeah.
I could talk at length about like my job and like the mundane stuff that happens on a day-to-day basis, but it's really not that interesting. So I will move the floor to
You sure?
the next person.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well.
I mean, you can ask me about it later, but like I don't feel like I
yeah.
want to talk about it on stream.
No, that's fine. I was just wondering, like, you have a good year though? Was it nice?
I wouldn't say it was a great year. It was a pretty stressful year. I've had to move into like a lot of personal growth and a lot of. Yeah, I've really been living as an adult like properly for the first time in my life, and I wish I could say it's been an easy transition. It's been a really, really hard transition.
Yeah.
But there have been a couple of nice moments that I've had.
Yeah.
And I want to treasure those.
To be completely honest, I've already forgotten everything that happened in 2021 to me.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think there was this thing. It started with C. It was like a disease. I don't remember.
No, that was 2020.
No, that was 2020.
Also, no, that was 2019 because it's called COVID-19.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm right.
Yeah, technically, didn't it just start in December?
In 2019, yeah.
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 So Delta would be COVID-20, and then Omicron would be 21.
Yeah. It's true.
And then whatever
We
pops
get a
up in the next
sequel.
few months is 22.
Yeah, we get a sequel every year.
But I guess also, like, as an iteration to that, more gaming focused. What do you do? What would you do? No. How were y'all's gaming this year? Any good games?
I have carpal tunnel now.
Oh yeah.
That's
I started playing Friday Night Funkin' and I regret my decision more every single day.
Oh yeah, I got really big into rhythm games this year. Like, I don't know why, but rhythm games just really click with me. Cause like, I've been playing Beat Saber for what, like 2-3 years at this point. I don't remember when I got my Oculus Quest 1, but and then I got into Friday Night Funkin' because someone suggested it on my stream, and I was like, damn, this is really fun. And then from Friday Night Funkin', I got into Step Mania, and then I got into DDR, and then
Sorry, I gotta interrupt you. Hands.
So yeah,
It's a good clip. Yeah.
and I definitely played a lot of good horror games this year as well.
Yeah, because I forced you
Such as,
to.
you know, oh yeah, you forced me to, which I do not regret. Every single horror game that you suggested to me has been the greatest horror game I've ever played in my life. Such as, you know, Soma, At Dead of Night. Let's see, what other ones? My brain is farting right now.
There was.
I
I think Porky's Adventure was one of them, which was really.
Oh, yeah, Porky's, and then there was what else was there? Just recently there was Shadows Over Freddy, which I need to finish because I pushed it out and I went to play it ready or not. Let's see. I didn't finish a lot of games this year.
Yeah.
I only finished about 3 games. I still need to finish like Amori.
Yeah.
I think that's really the only game I need to finish that I haven't picked up on in a while. You know, it's been a couple months since I've even booted up Amori.
I think I finished more games this year than I finished last year, but I think that's also primarily because, you know, I'm streaming. I'm always, but even, you know, I've been streaming for 4 years now at this point, and you know, me saying that I finished more games this year is a kind of a big deal for that, in that regard. since
Oh, yeah.
you know the entire
That
Halo
was
trilogy.
sick, by the way.
Yeah,
I still.
It was this is a really good
burglar
clip.
though.
I don't finish games very often. Like that's the thing. I get into a game, I play it for a while, and then I never finish it.
Yeah.
Like
I
unless
should say-
unless I can play it in like 1 or 2 sittings, I will not finish it.
Yeah.
Like I think I played the entirety of Soma in 1 sitting, didn't I?
No, you
Or-
did
no,
in
2.
2.
Yeah, 2. Because I got into the really scary part with the big goopy monster, not
Yeah.
Resident Evil, but
Oh, wow.
it was
Can
really
I just say something real quick?
Sure.
All right.
You know how I've played RimWorld for 1,700 hours?
Yeah.
I have not completed the game once.
It's like people who play Minecraft for an infinite amount of time, never kill the Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
me.
I've never killed the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, me
legitimately.
neither.
It's always in
Neither.
like creative mode, or I have like some kind of cheat going on.
Okay,
So-
tomorrow I'm going to force you guys to play Minecraft, and we're going to fucking beat the Ender Dragon.
How
Minecraft's
about we
been
do that
ruined
as a
for me
stream?
this year.
Hmm?
Why?
I don't know.
What was that, Corgi?
How about we do it as a stream? We play Minecraft and beat the Ender Dragon.
I mean, I did do a Minecraft stream where I had like 8 people join in at some point. It used to be the longest stream I've ever done, and then that got beaten by Risk of Rain, or Risk of Rain 2, with a literally like a 9 to 10 hour long stream. But honestly,
Damn.
this is like chump change in compared to what Mistake did like last year. So.
Oh
was-
yeah, you're right. Because I streamed like 125 hours at one point.
Yeah, on purpose. It wasn't like they
Yeah.
left their stream on. They did it on purpose. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
We are
Hmm.
going to do a 24-hour Minecraft stream tomorrow. I'm going to force you guys. We will get no sleep. We are going to beat Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
tomorrow's
I
my
just
birthday, so I might be
slept
a bit
on
busy.
I just slept on stream while I was doing it.
So I was gonna
If-
ask.
if you-
I was gonna ask Buck. So how's the carpal tunnel deal with playing games? Is it just a lot tougher now?
It's more that the games that I have to play are slower paced. Like I can't play Get to the Orange Door anymore just because it's just too fast paced.
Yeah.
And I just hurt myself. I'm sure you've been noticing I've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die, and that's because like
You don't need to. It's not a Twitch shooter.
the pacing of that is very, very relaxed. There's still action, but like
Yeah.
it's very short bursts of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot better for me. And then like obviously there's like Gary's mod, which is as relaxed as you need it to be. So I still play that. Honestly, it's partially just because I've played Gary's mod for how many hours?
Like
Yeah,
2,000?
2,193.2 hours as of this stream. So it's more just like, you know, sunk cost fallacy. I've already put so many hours into it. I want to keep enjoying it.
It's really it's really unfortunate that you've ended up with carpal tunnel, which has stopped you from playing a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons that like I watch so many streams nowadays. It's just that I can like experience games that I normally wouldn't be able to play, either because my computer can't run it because I've been on a laptop for the last like 4 years, the same laptop.
Yeah.
Either that or, you know, personal issues, carpal tunnel, or just, you know, not liking horror games, which is, yes, that's definitely a personal issue. I'll freely admit it. But yeah, like I feel like if I had the patience or interest to play something like, I don't know, Phasmophobia, I would play it with you guys. It seems like something that I would do if it caught my interest.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like calm, where you can just sort of turn the brain
off,
let the gaming energy flow.
Yeah.
There's
I can
games
understand
I've
that.
been into these days.
I've realized more and more the more I play video games that I'm kind of, I'm always looking for a game that like, and like I can dedicate my life to in like a good way, and in the sense that I can have something to master you know, like a lot of streamers, they're either like the really popular streamers, they're either really bad at video games and they make up for it in their personality, or they're kind of insufferable, but they're really good at video games, like, you know, competitive players and shit like that. And, you know, those both appeal to different people. And I feel like I firmly hit like a pretty big middle ground with that, where I'm like, I'm okay to listen to, and I'm also okay at the video games I play, ranging to like also really good on occasion. Like I would say I'm pretty damn good at Monster Hunter. I would say I'm pretty damn good at most fighting games I play. Then there's also other games like Ready or Not, first-person shooters, etc. And I'm always looking for those types of games for me to just get better and improve. Because, I don't know, this year I've kind of realized that games are an avenue to just improving myself in like a roundabout way. I know it's like pretty Reddit dude gamer bro mentality where it's like games make me better at life, but I feel like they genuinely do. And I don't think that's like a controversial take. I think
especially if your life is games to the degree that it is for you. Yeah,
you know, I stream every day. I stream games every day, so obviously, but I think even then, even outside of that, games have their own merit where they just they improve you in like really roundabout ways that sometimes just match better. Like I can't really learn the same way as other people do. I can't I wouldn't learn these things if I wasn't playing these games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And for example, I guess a good example, talking about something that's on the screen right now, fighting games, I always mention them as like probably the genre that's made me learn the most out of any other game genre, because it's made me realize the like sheer amount of flaws I have in getting angry, getting frustrated, getting like unsatisfied, and then instead of just sulking there and being like an annoyed little prick, I instead actually search for the solution to the problem, and then that's actually made me apply that solution or apply that mentality to every other thing in my life, where, you know, if I have a problem, generally speaking, now I immediately transition towards how do I fix the problem, instead of being like, God, this problem sucks, I hate it, my life sucks.
And sometimes the solution to that problem is playing Toontown Rewritten instead of GTFO.
It's true. It is true.
I still think that's hilarious, by the way, when you did that. You're just like, oh man, this horror game just isn't doing it for me. Let me play the real game. Let me play Toontown Rewritten.
I mean, Toontown Rewritten.
One thing that I want to do when I come into the new year is finally get to streaming.
Mm-hmm. That would be nice.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about getting a setup where I can draw on stream.
That would be good, actually. All you really need is like a light and a camera, and you're good.
I do have an old webcam, except it does not work. It says it's HD, except it has zero contrast.
I should have mentioned this at the very start, but if you're wondering what the music is that's playing in the background, it's Riot Games royalty-free music that they released in December.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So that's what's been playing the internet. Yeah. You can play this completely royalty-free.
Oh, that's
nice.
So, you know, this isn't copyrighted music. This is all just stuff you can put in the background. It's really good. It's really nice. It's good for this type of thing.
Sometimes I stop noticing that it's playing.
Yeah, because it's just good background music to have. Otherwise, this would be pretty silent. This would feel pretty barren. I think it makes this a lot more stomachable.
It's way better than any of us taking out Mi-6 and playing staple timbre.
Playing Vine Boom sound effect for 40 times.
Yeah.
It's a lot
1 hour
better
of
than
silence,
my music.
except it's occasionally broken up by Neko Arp saying, but then you.
It's a lot better than the background noise that I have here in this motel room because the fridge is loud.
Hey girl, are you a microwave? Because.
Hey, Wall.
Hello.
Hey, Juan.
We're discussing 2020. There was something I was mentioning when I was talking about games improving you, and I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I'm always looking for like the next game to sink my teeth into, to like really dedicate my life to, and stuff like that.
Nothing like a monkey beat.
Yeah, because Lethal League. Those types of games really appeal to me. The ones that have like tons and tons of depth. That's why, like, fighting games eventually started appealing to me when I got into them, and Monster Hunter.
Just like a high skill ceiling.
Yeah, something that I can comfortably get better at over time, and like actually seeing my progress getting better and looking back. And that's actually one of the most the best parts about streaming is you get to see your progress over time, because
like you can just dump like a bunch of hours on like a game and see yourself improve.
Yeah. So like, and especially when I'm streaming, I can see the older versions. Like I can see me when I was worse, when I was doing bad things. I can go, like when I go back and watch a fighting game stream from like 2 years ago, I notice like I'm doing this shit so badly, and I can recognize every mistake. And you know, it's just nice to feel that improvement, that you know you've gotten better. And that's why I'm not afraid of like saying shit like I used to say the N-word in videos on occasion, because that's just how I used to be, and I'm not afraid of saying that. And like, if someone wants to find that video and then post it on Twitter on like without a context, they're free to. Whatever,
like,
it doesn't really matter.
Hey, you say the N-word just because I felt like it.
But the reason I'm fine with that is because I've gotten way past that. You know?
Yeah.
I've improved
you
from it.
have improved as a person.
Yeah. Like if you watch that video and you move towards like the negative side where you're like, oh fuck this person, whatever. I feel like you're really missing the point. Like you're kind of taking it the exact opposite way, when instead you should be going like, you know, good that this person is improved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they ain't like this anymore. They ain't saying this shit anymore. And I feel like I'm just applying that mentality a lot more to every single part of my life, and it's kind of set in stone over the course of like 2020 and 2021, where I just kind of want to improve at everything I do. I want to up production, do more stuff, sound better, be better, make better discussions and shit like that, do better streams, do better videos, and generally speaking, just be better at everything I'm already doing. Like, be better at the video games I'm playing. Be better at, like, calls and talking with people, and be more open to more and more things. You know, for a long time, I was slowly turning into one of those people who was very closed off about everything. I guess like a mini story, I guess.
Didn't say anything about anyone?
No, I said stuff, but the shit I said wasn't... It's not that it wasn't good, it just wasn't interesting, or just wasn't contributing to anything.
Either wasn't friendly or just wasn't that interesting enough.
Yeah, it was kind of just... either I was boring or not very fun to be around. And eventually... I think it's around the era that I was one of them snobby people who, you know, I was kind of like popular equals bad. And this was back in 2015 or so, 2015, 2016. So when Undertale came out, for example, and I saw it everywhere, I was like, God, this game is so annoying. I hate seeing this game everywhere and everyone talking about it. Yeah, like, it's like, what makes this game so good? I'm looking at screenshots, it looks pretty bland. And a year later, I finally decided, okay, I'm going to play the game now, because shit has settled down. People have actually said that the game is extremely still good, and I'm like, okay, surely there's got to be something I'm missing, something there that I haven't seen. And then I played it, and when I beat the game, it was, I mean, for me, it was genuinely like top 3 games of all time. Like, I absolutely fucking adored that game. It's one of the only games...
I'm sorry.
The Jackbox
this image here while you're having a heartfelt conversation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to improve myself every single year. I want to get better at everything I do. Apparently not comedy. But... Nah, comedy's...
Giant penis.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Listen, I didn't say everything had to improve at the same time.
This is quality right here.
Balls!
The balls!
What was I saying? Yeah, when I played Undertale, and I really, really enjoyed it, I had like a pretty big introspection then, when I was like, why was I being such a fucking prick about this game for a year? Like, why was I being such, like, just an arrogant snob who just hated something because it was popular, or for some random untangible reason? And that's when I really started to shift to just being way more open and improving myself. It's when like, I'm usually pretty late to games as well. I'll also say that it's kind of the same thing with maybe like Friday Night Funkin', for example. saw it everywhere, got a bit bored of it. Still haven't really shaken off that, like, where I'm kind of not interested in a game for a year. But then when I do play it, I'm like, this is really good. It's really fun, really nice.
It's cool. And then just move on.
I would say the main reason I said the Undertale story is because that's just when everything started kind of opening up and coming into place to where how I am nowadays by comparison.
Yeah, I used to be like that a lot too, where if something was like really popular, I would just shit on it because it was a popular thing, and it was popular to shit on. Exactly. And then when I actually got around to playing or doing said thing, I was like, God damn, this is fun, this is nice. Why would I ever complain about this? Because, yeah, exactly. Like with Friday Night Funkin', like you just said.
Banana.
Yeah, Bipin's banana. Yeah, but
I'm gonna have to go now because these headphones are killing my ears. And
bye, Korg.
I'll see you later, Korg. Happy New Year.
See ya.
Have a
Happy New Year.
New Year, y'all. See ya. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
But yeah, with what you said about Friday Night Funkin', like tons of people have been shitting on the game for like months at this point, just because it's a popular thing, and I feel like that also has to do with younger kids getting into the community.
Oh, it's always younger kids as well. Whenever something appeals to younger kids, immediately adults get kind of offset.
Yeah, but I wouldn't let that ruin something I love personally.
Like you base it off of personal experience.
Exactly. I base it off of personal experience, not community, because because Friday Night Funkin', I'm having a lot of Friday Night Funkin' examples right now, but the children fan base, obviously it's not that great. Exactly, it's not that great because they're kids. Kids are dumb. They're stupid. They're learning how to live.
People.
Yeah,
I want to punch one in the face.
No. But
wait, you played Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's
I definitely wouldn't let
don't let people decide your opinion.
Exactly. I wouldn't let problematic people in the community ruin something that
the big people.
I love. Like just recently, tons of creators have been outed as pedophiles and groomers because they.
Why not?
What do you mean? Well,
what?
I don't know.
It's I mean, the reason why that happened is because any media that immediately appeals to children is like a breeding ground for groomers, of course.
100%.
Like that's
they come out of nowhere.
That's unfortunately the pill that gets swallowed with that.
Yeah.
But as long as you expel them pretty quickly, it should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Giant
the thing
monkey.
is that Friday Night Funkin' is not a game for kids. Obviously, it's very the entire plot is that you're fighting these people so you can have sex with your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but it obviously has that cartoony art style that focuses towards kids.
Yeah.
It's all goofy.
But yeah, it's not meant for kids, but kids can still enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of like adult animation, it's not aimed for kids, but kids can still enjoy it. Yeah, they can watch it and enjoy the content if they want to. And you shouldn't let that, leave a bad taste in the mouth of the community just because,
Yeah.
There's kids in the community.
Something I've always
have your own thing,
learned.
and then the kids have their own.
Mm-hmm. Something I've always learned, especially it's actually something I learned 2 years ago, and I'm kind of passing on still today.
Bro, you just casually beating the shit out of somebody.
Yeah. We just have this in the background as background footage, but
the compressing though.
Yeah, this is when my stream quality was garbage.
God damn, that is a long combo.
But I've learned to separate communities from their from the product they have or their game for the most part. Obviously, there's a certain amount of association you can have and you will have all the time, but generally speaking, I've mostly learned to separate the community because again, it kind of boils down to that popularity thing where if something's popular, the community's bad, doesn't really affect what the game quality is actually like.
Game bad is what most people usually think of.
Mm-hmm.
I remember growing up, my parents were definitely keyed into like the propaganda that video games rot your brain.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that's just, you know, the older generation seeing something that the younger generation is very, very passionate about and just kind of not really understanding that. Also, lo and behold, I'm dumb as shit now. So.
Oh my god, it was true.
Gee.
It's because you're always on that damn phone.
It's because you're on that damn phone.
Yeah, you're always on that damn phone. That's why you rot your brain.
Every single day, 24/7.
Boomers be like, don't sit too close to the screen, your brain will rot, and then put on a VR headset and be like, wow, this is cool.
This is cool.
This is cool.
And then drink like 5 gallons of beer.
And then they'll overdose in alcohol.
Yeah, don't sit too close to the screen or you rot your eyes. And then they just start chugging a beer.
Bubble drinking beer. Yeah, that's how it be. Back on track though. Where did this all stem from? I was asking how gaming went in 2021 for y'all.
Yeah.
I just dropped my coat.
Yeah, we really keep losing the plot, don't we?
Yeah, we went really off course there. We went from like how like kids and shit ruin the community and like how it's not supposed to ruin the game, to like parents drinking beer while telling you to not.
I think the general theme of that discussion was like just improving over time, getting better, and I feel it's something that people don't really strive for a lot of the time, especially like the quote-unquote Zoomer area, like let's say the 16-year-olds to the 25-year-olds, something like that. Because I think people under 16, they're usually too naive to notice any of that. They're in a good way, you know. They haven't really reached that phase yet. I mean,
they sell the childish innocence that I wish I had more of.
To understand human emotions.
I've slowly learned to gain that back. To gain the childish innocence back. I mean, obviously, I'm making poop jokes and making shit jokes every now and then because, like, you know,
drawing balls on stream.
Yeah, I think like if you lose the childish aspect, you lose a part of yourself.
Yeah,
it's important not to be childish, but to be childlike.
Yeah,
it's yeah. I think basically, you know, be proper, be nice to people, know what people are going through, and generally just, you know, be an adult. But if you really hold yourself back from having fun, you're just gonna not have fun. Obviously, you're gonna be a downer. And like again, it all loops back to like, don't be a negative piece of shit. Like, I think
enjoy the fucking things.
Like people from the range of like 16 to 25, they get so caught up in trying to be like negative Debbie Downer, like, oh, I just gained conscience. Oh, the world is awful. It's ending in 4 billion years. I'm gonna cry. It's like,
what's that? You're enjoying something? Fuck you.
Wait. I need audio from this.
You need audio from this clip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I need to move back a bit. This is a good clip.
Later. I'll take it.
I got it.
Okay.
God, it's such a good clip.
I often forget.
Jesus.
Just laughing the entire time. Then, does anyone else feel like crap right now? Oh, it's a good clip. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Fucking people being negative.
Don't be a negative piece of shit.
I think people get too caught up in it. In a dangerous way. People do it ironically, and that's why I've slowly learned that I don't really like a lot of ironic humor. Obviously, like, you can understand that when most of the ironic humor is like her racism or like her sexism.
It has its place.
Yeah.
Right? But like it doesn't have to be all the time. Because I know I've met people that like their entire thing is that they're racist ironically, quote unquote. And like it's not funny. Oh, I need the audio on this clip. It's good. It's amazing.
You need the audio on this one too?
Yeah.
Oh, what up, son?
You're coming with me.
That's such a good
He
clip.
was just in a static pose and he just
But yeah.
fell.
I do feel like that kind of like ironic humor definitely has its place, but if it's overused, then it's just, you know, it's unfunny and then you come off as like an asshole.
I think it gets destructive to the, like, not just the people around you, but the people that you yourself. Because, you know, I said this earlier in the stream as well, but if you're doing something ironically, eventually it's going to become not ironic. Like, eventually you're going to, and you're also going to cultivate.
If you tell
people.
yourself something enough times, eventually you will start to believe it.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of the amount of irony in it.
And that's why I just don't accept that type of shit. I don't like that type of attitude because it just promotes being worse overall.
Yeah.
Like, just also having a worse time. Which is why I always like trying just to promote like proper actual being happy, being positive, being nice, and
I'll freely admit I'm really bad at that. Like especially with Halo Infinite, I just want to rip on 343 really hard, but like the campaign's good.
Yeah,
the campaign is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. It's campy. It's everything. It captures Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just looking at things not being as black and white is just like the avenue to being better as well. Or one of the avenues. You know, it does tie into every single other thing we've said where, you know, you can be skeptical without being an asshole. You can be negative without being, or without not being excited at the same time. Like, not everything needs to be one singular black and white motive or thought process or whatever. And I think tunnel visioning on that is really destructive. This all also just, it sounds like we're getting off topic, but again, it all just overall kind of ties into the improvement discussion-ish, where as long as you're getting better at the end of the year, you're already better than your previous self, you know?
Exactly.
The last year
and to sort of like do like a topic palate cleanser, I got my driver's license this year.
Oh, congrats!
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, it's
you can actually drive around.
It's
and not
the,
get
I
arrested.
mean, that's not a small thing, but it is also the small things. You know, it's it's stuff like that.
Well, I definitely would not call it a small thing. Yeah, because like prior to that, I was paying for lifts to and from work.
Yeah,
and that's like $25 a day. That I'm now no longer having to pay.
But then you have to put it in gas now.
But gas is a lot cheaper by comparison.
Yeah. You're right.
But yeah, that's congrats.
Yes.
Getting your driver's Getting your driver's license is a big deal. So
it's a very big deal.
Good job, Buck.
Yeah, things. I mean, no matter how sour the mood gets during the year and how stressful things get, how unfortunate things eventually go.
Now I can pull up at my friend's house and say, "Yo, peep the whip."
Peep the whip. But you know, no matter how negative or bad things or stressful things get at the end of the year, you know, as long as at as long as at the very end you're content and you're satisfied that you've made progress, I think that's a win. You know.
I think I've definitely made progress on myself.
I think. No offense, Mistake. You should be fucking proud. Honestly, I think.
Really?
You literally released a mod for a video game this year. It took 9 months of work. You should actually be just over the moon about that. Like, that's more than I've done this year, to be honest. Because that's like a substantial project that took a lot of work from dozens of people, which you didn't let down. You actually released you released the product. I mean, you get multiple if it wasn't like 1 a.m. for me.
Oh, I mean, just for the first week, it was just 4 people. It was just me and my friends. That I knew.
That's 4 times more than. I mean, I guess I also have Bipin and Speedy and everyone else in chat where I'm kind of. Well, they're hoping on me to a certain extent, but for an actual product, or not product, but for an actual release, that's a substantial thing. Really substantial. And then, you know, Buck saying they got their driver's license, substantially more important than me streaming every day. Substantially. Yeah. It's a much bigger achievement.
If I were to look back on like where I was a year ago, I mean, towards the end of 2020, I was just moving into my new house. I was figuring out my roommate situation. I was having to do like a ton of budgeting, and I was also looking for a job. And I didn't have any of the things that I have now. And 2021 was just a lot of things happened in my life.
Yeah.
And my only regret was that I didn't really get to share it with more people.
It's hard. It's tough when, you know, things are stressful. Things are not very good.
I had valid reasons. You know, like that. I don't know if you guys have heard about this thing called the coronavirus.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What's
I mean, that is also partially why I stream, so it's that people can have an avenue to go to if they're like, because COVID, you know, you can't go outside. Well, you can watch a stream. You know, you can do stuff like that.
That's why I That's actually why I started streaming, is because, you know, COVID and quarantine and all that. I had to, you know, pick up a new hobby, and I had a lot of fun, you know, last year doing my like 175-hour stream. So I was like, hey, you know, I'll get like a streaming setup going on, and you know, and then I did, and then, you know, obviously I haven't streamed a lot recently, but I've been trying.
You've been trying. I mean, you have actual reasons not to right now, but what like that you can't really control. But
and the fact that we've all been able to achieve this much despite the pandemic, I kind of feel like actually it adds to those achievements.
Yeah.
I think like the achievements,
it's like a reward.
The achievements by themselves are already gigantic, but the fact that during the pandemic we all like, you all managed to do stuff like that is insane.
Yeah. I definitely picked up a lot of hobbies, you know, over the years because of like ADHD and shit. You know, you always pick up new hobbies every 10 seconds, but I've definitely honed in on one hobby this year, which is editing. Yeah. I absolutely love editing. It's probably the hobby that, you know, I've focused myself on the most. In fact, I think like 4 days ago, it was the 1 year anniversary of the first video I ever posted. Which was a TF2 video that was edited on this free editing program that I found on the internet. It was really sketchy. It was called VideoPad. And then, actually no, it was made on Filmora. I used VideoPad after that because I didn't have a Filmora subscription. I used a free trial.
I mean, I think I would like to point out that, you know, you saying you just started editing a year ago, and like it was your 1 year anniversary since your first edited video, you're already 2 or 3 times better than I am, which is insane. You know?
Yeah.
Like for me, I just stitch clips together for the most part.
Yeah.
That's my extent. But you do a lot more than that.
I feel like the reason why I got so good at editing is because I kind of just, you know, sat there, you know, I worked through all the kinks and I figured out how to do everything. Like I looked at Premiere, I was like, oh, what does this effect do? Oh shit, that's cool. I can use that like here, you know? You know, I'm always brainstorming ideas. I always have these ideas in my head. And, you know, I obviously can't carry all of them out, but when I do, you know, I try to do them the best I can. Yeah. I have like a perfection thing. If something's not perfect in my eyes, then I will not like work on it, because I will not settle on it. Because my Dead of Night video, you know, I made the intro for that. I was really proud of the intro. You know, it was really cool. It was really high energy. I liked it. And then when I actually got into the like video essay part of it, I couldn't think of a script. I couldn't think, like I was just explaining the story of the game and like what happened in the game, and I was like, this sucks. This is the worst thing ever.
Very dry.
Then I scrapped it, and yeah, it's been on the back burner. And I want to finish that video so bad. There's so many videos I want to finish. Like there is a Hellsplit Arena video. There's this weird like lolly dating game that I wanted to make a video on. Look, okay, my friend told me about it. I was like, this looks like shit. I'm gonna make a video about it.
Yeah.
You can ride horses, and it made me sick. I actually had to stop playing after. Anyways, I'm getting off topic, but like,
there's just so many like video projects that I haven't finished and I want to finish. So I think in 2022 I'm definitely gonna work on finishing projects more.
Yeah, actually that's a decent goal. Just finish more projects.
Yeah, because I've been working on Fortnite Funnies 4 for what, like almost a year. Yeah, like almost like 8 months at this point, and I just finished the intro.
You haven't even gotten footage yet.
No, I have footage. I just, you know,
you're gonna have to scramble it.
Yeah, I want to get more footage because I definitely want to keep it high energy.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Corg. But I definitely want to keep it like high energy, you know, stuff because you know you've got that high energy intro, and then you know. So, I don't know. And then I've also been working on, oh no, like I have like 17 project files of videos that I just never finished. Like I have a Phasmophobia video. I have, and I need to finish Stream Highlights Volume 1. Yeah, it's done. I just need to subtitle it. And I hate subtitles so much. They're so annoying to do.
That's why
it's really fun to do.
That's why I stopped doing them.
Yeah, but like I'm more than halfway done subtitling it, so I kind of have to at this point, you know.
Yeah. Understandable.
It is a pretty good video though. I'm definitely very proud of it. I do think that the flow is a little weird in some points because I ran out of clips because I don't stream very often, but I got it to 8 minutes barely.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm proud that I actually, you know, finished something and I'm gonna get it out there. Like the last video that I actually posted was the Verse Mistake trailer, but besides that, it was a Gary's Mod roleplay video that I was working on for about 5 months, and then I stopped for 3 months, and then I picked it back up.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't like that video. I hate that video so much. I feel like the flow is off. I've switched the music way too much. Like there's like plot holes, if that makes sense. There's like shit happens without an explanation on why it happens. Like I had like an entire like extra 2 hours of footage that I wanted to use, obviously cut down and everything, but I just didn't because like
they all died.
Yeah, but I obviously I was just so done with this video because like this sucks. This is the worst thing I've ever made. And then it came out and it performed terribly, you know?
I mean, I think I wouldn't beat yourself up about that because releasing something and it going bad is just kind of part of the process. That's just what happens. Like there are some streams that I do where I feel like this was dog shit. This was awful, but I got to do them because, you know, the dog shit streams separate the good ones.
Yeah.
One thing that I want to get done finally this year is I want to finally get the first part of my comic at least started.
Yeah.
Wait, you have a comic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see?
That's a goal I've had on.
It hasn't begun yet. I want to get it started.
Yeah. But that's the comic I want to make is something I put on the back burner for quite a long time, and I'm still going to put it on the back burner. That's one of those things I want to really knuckle down and do at some point. But I know that it's not going to be. It's not going to be now. It's not going to be this year. It's not going to be next year. But and I think also learning when to accept that as well is valuable. But
yeah,
I think leaning back over, there was something else I wanted to say, and then you went in tangent. I think for me this year, I asked you guys this question, but I didn't really say what my response was. For me, this year of games has actually been like super good. I think it's actually probably been my favorite year of games so far. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, 2014 or 2016, oh, it was so good for video games." And I'm like, no. 2021 had so many like amazing games that you could just sink your teeth into and enjoy over streams and play with friends. And I think especially like 2020 and 2021 have been the year of the co-op games, or the years of the co-op games. The games you can play with multiple people.
Kind of stayed indoors.
Yeah.
Didn't
like
Phasmophobia came out this year?
Came out last year.
Oh.
Oh wow.
And like it's like so many games have started focusing more on that, and it's made them a lot more enjoyable for me as someone who streams with multiple people. and I just think the quality of the games in general has really risen. If you ignore the usual bad eggs, you know, like the big AAA companies, Ubisoft, Blizzard, etc., stuff like that. The games that have come out have been so damn good and so damn enjoyable. And I mean, I don't really need to list many of them because we covered every game that we played on stream this year, and that's the list. I think 2021 has indeed been the best year for games for me so far, where I've enjoyed them the most. I know one of a friend of mine who eventually kind of had to stop playing games because their life got too much in the way. You know, they wanted to be like a proper adult and like get a job and like have a life like with lots of people and workers and friends and stuff like that. And eventually they just didn't have the time or the stomach to play video games as much. And in the middle of the year, I actually made a YouTube post. I don't know if anyone else saw it. Did anyone here see the community post I made?
Sometimes I just forget that YouTube has a community section.
Yeah. It's understandable.
Like either you abuse the hell out of it or no one uses it.
Yeah. I do use it quite often.
Yeah.
But there was one post I made recently talking about, well, first off, I mentioned that the 12 Days of Meatmas wasn't going to be happening this year, primarily because I just didn't have the time to do it. You know, I was streaming 5 hours a day in December, pretty much with Halo Infinite and then Security Breach, and I just didn't have the time to record. And that makes a lot more sense once you realize I can't record past midnight because it's late. I'm in a town, and well, no, I don't go to sleep, but I gotta be more quiet. I can't just sit there recording VR with like my loud ass voice. So if I'm gonna record VR, it has to be before streaming, and you know, I wake up pretty late, and then I was streaming 5 hours a day. I just couldn't record 12 Days of Meatmas this year. And after that post, I actually, hey Hans, you've joined at Hans.
Incredible. But
after that after I said that in the post about 12 Days of Meatmas, I then stated that I felt like, I don't know, I felt like I was losing the luster for playing games. Around, I would say maybe November, December-ish, where it really felt like a burner period. And I was like, do I just not enjoy video games as much anymore? Do I not enjoy playing them? Do I not enjoy streaming as much anymore? And I mentioned in the community post, there was genuinely a stream where I was like 100% convinced, like, I kind of just want to stop streaming. Not just today, I just want to stop doing it. I don't really want to continue doing it anymore. And I can't remember what it was, but something really, oh, right, yeah. When December rolled around and I started doing really long streams, that's when I was like, I kind of feel reinvigorated from that. Playing really long streams where I have to actually stop myself from playing the game any longer. Like a lot of my Security Breach and Halo Infinite streams, I had to genuinely stop because it was past midnight, you know? Not because like I couldn't keep going. It was because I just had to a certain extent. And those streams really made me realize that no, I actually enjoy it now more than ever. Like streaming and playing games and shit like that. It just, you know, there are obviously off weeks and off days. But I'm glad I eventually found that at the end of 2021 where I know I kind of still want to keep doing this. And if anything, I want to up what I'm doing more. I want to stream for longer, do more projects, do more intricate things. And that's why I said I'm probably going to start like a horror block that happens weekly. And I'm gonna do more ticket hold at mod. I want to get at least 3 seasons out this year, which might not happen, but you know, that's the plan. That's the desire. I want to get the 12 Days of Meatmas out at the end of next year, and I want to get more stream highlights. Overall, I just want to up what I'm doing for the most part.
But when are we getting a 24-hour stream?
When are you getting a 24-hour stream?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I feel like people wouldn't be interested.
It's not gonna be now.
Yeah.
It's also just, I don't think it'd be fun at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
After like 5 hours.
It is. Wad, consider this peer pressure. You're doing it now.
I mean, I had fun.
This is the stream, actually.
Through,
I'm here for the next 16 hours. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I don't think it would get boring because, like, when I did my 125-hour stream, I never got like bored to the point where I like wanted to stop streaming. I I always had content to do because I haven't streamed ever before that. Yeah,
streaming keeps you busy. It's just that I also had a goal because I was trying to aim to 250 subscribers, right? Yeah.
That was the thing. I was streaming until I hit 250 subscribers. Which was probably the dumbest idea I've ever had because that took 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it took almost 2 weeks. So I was streaming for about 2 weeks. Okay, well, there goes the fireworks again. It's freaking out my dog. Yeah, my eyes were bigger than my stomach basically, because like I did a stream before that where I was streaming until I hit 200, and then I did that in a day. So I was like, what can I do for the rest of the break? Yeah, what can I do for the rest of the break? Oh, I know. How about we hit for 250? I just did the math. If I can hit 200 in 1 day from 190, then I can hit 250 in 5 days. Nope, it took 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I think a 24-hour stream would be fun. I mostly just need my breaks. I don't think I'm one of them streamers who can do, like, I can do 7-hour streams and sometimes longer depending on how engrossed I am in the game. Like I said, I played Risk of Rain 2 for 9 hours at one point, and that's if people are willing to play it usually. Like Bipin and Speedy, they're only usually willing to play games for 2 hours at most. But if I was with someone who could stream a game for like 10 hours, I probably would do it more. But that's also if I streamed a lot earlier.
That's the thing. I want to be the person who does that 10-hour stream with you.
Oh yeah, me too.
But like
I'm down.
I work full time. I can't.
Yeah.
My attention span is.
I mean, I got time. I'm not busy.
I mean, I also think that
because like if I'm available, I might hop in.
I think a 24-hour stream would also have to be one of those streams that would be open to people, like as in you could come into the stream and you could come in every now and then, like Bipin for example could come in the first 2 hours, leave, and then once 6 hours have passed to come in and then play again. You can hop in and out, and as long as no one, and as long as it was more than just me.
Yeah.
I feel like
if you're alone, like nothing happens.
Another thing about that is like, are you talking about like chat members coming in?
No, mostly just people we know.
All right, because I was about to say like then people would just be like, go in and then like say a slur and then.
Yeah, no, it would mostly just be people we know. People would have the stream role, for example. We do it in Stream VC. And then the main problem with that is also just building up a community enough to do that. Which I also mentioned in the post that I made a few weeks ago, where I was like, part of the reason I got frustrated with streaming in early December or late November is because like it was like a knife slowly digging in, where I was like, I'm making no progress. There's no progress happening. We've been stuck at 900 subscribers on the Waddicker YouTube channel for literally 2.5 years, and I was like, oh, we're gonna reach 1,000, within a few days at this rate, because with the time I reached 900, we were gaining constantly. Like I was gaining maybe 10 a day, and I was like, dude, we have this in the bag, it's guaranteed. And then it never rolled around, and it felt like just a knife digging in, where it's like we're never getting any progress, we're never moving anywhere, nothing's ever happening. And I was like, I kind of just feel like if no progress is going to happen, what's the point of trying, or what's the point of doing it? And
well, it's not about it's not about making big number go bigger. It's about retaining the people you have, and you've been doing that fantastically.
Yeah,
One thing that I like is is for me is as long as I make somebody's day better, I've won.
Yeah, I did realize that I was getting too caught up in the progress rather than like actually enjoying my time. And it was hard to do that. It was hard as well because, like I said, I was going through a period where I wasn't really enjoying it as much. I kind of felt like I was just doing it for the sake of doing it. I was streaming just for the sake of streaming because I did it every day for the past 4 years. Just felt right. Didn't feel like I wanted to. It felt like I had to. to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
what were you saying?
I know, I was saying all the big YouTubers that make videos like, oh, how to get started on YouTube, always say, oh, you just gotta do it for fun and not mind the progress. And although that's true, I can also see how it does get frustrating if there is very little to no progress.
Yeah.
Then it's just...
I think it's just a general kind of going off topic a little bit. I feel like people who get really hitched up on, you know, criticizing people for wanting progress, for wanting improvement. I think that's also one like a really destructive mindset where it's like, you know, you say, oh, do it for fun, don't do it for no progress whatsoever. And it's like, yeah, you can do it for fun, you know, for a while, but if you see no progress and then that person gets frustrated, it's an understandable frustration to have. You know, if you're putting something in, you expect something out. But and even if you don't expect something out for a year, 2 years, 3 years, eventually you're going to be like, something should have come out at this point, you know? Like, just by probability's sake. And you get really hitched up on that. You felt like you should have been recompensated, even if it was a little, tiny amount. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're making some small progress, then you eventually feel like it's worth it.
It's weird because certain projects that I work on, I expect to get like 10 views, and this was like the one project that I thought, I'm going to get no views on this whatsoever. I'm just making this for fun, and just as a shit post. And it got 10,000 views now.
Yeah. I mean, like, progress happens when you least expect it, is the thing. That's kind of how it usually goes.
And it's just like, that was just something so different to my regular content, and I cannot make anything else like that again. It's just like, why?
I think it's kind of the same way as just playing video games in general, where you gotta enjoy the game, but also if you really like CS:GO, no matter if you win or lose, at some point, if you lose 50 times in a row, it's just also gonna get frustrating, no matter how much you enjoy the game itself.
You know, it is
just the fun can only get you so far.
I think it's genuinely just built in that, you know, rolling snake eyes enough times is going to get annoying.
Yeah.
And expecting that people are not going to get annoyed by that is an unreasonable expectation. And as like a little bit of a side tangent, I think also people shitting on like self-promotion as well, I think that's not good. I think people should be allowed to self-promote, and I don't know why it's seen as such like this massive big taboo that people want to be seen. Like, people want to be heard, people want to have their stuff seen and watched and enjoyed, and
yeah,
you know, whenever I see someone posting something and getting shit on it for self-promotion, it's just, I don't know, I don't really see an end goal for that. Like, what do you want? Less people doing shit?
Yeah,
I think the reason. Sorry, go ahead, Bipin.
I was just saying, I think it sort of extends to clickbait as well, where if I see a video with a very obvious clickbait title or thumbnail, I'll be like, that's kind of annoying, but I also understand why.
Yeah.
Because it works. Clickbait just works, and I can understand why people do it.
You know, if it works, don't fix it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something that's a bit of a hot take here.
Yeah.
I feel. I'm good for hot takes.
It's just racist.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how hot the take is.
It's like people have gotten dumb on the internet, and you have to appeal to the dumb people before you can get to the smart people underneath.
Yeah.
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 That's true.
I mean, it's just like
clickbaiting.
Attention span has gone kaput, so you have to like make things that appeal to that kaput attention span before you can get to the people with the not kaput attention span underneath.
I think people call out stuff as clickbaiting too fast anyway, because a lot of times someone is trying to make a slightly exaggerated but appealing thumbnail, and people are like, oh, that's clickbait. Like, no, it still represents what happens in the video. Just because it's not a screenshot of the video doesn't mean it's clickbait. And there is obviously very real clickbait, but...
That's, I mean, I always try to, this is like a personal standard. Whenever I'm making a thumbnail, I almost always try and ensure that it's something from the game, from the stream that happened.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then it's something very relevant. For example, if I'm playing a fighting game, I don't use the thumbnails from the fighting games because I can literally just go in, record the same like fighting game super, and have it in HD. You know, there's no difference. It's the same cutscene, like stuff like that, where I'll take thumbnails from cutscenes and I'll just use an HD recording of it instead. But for the most part, I always do try and include a screenshot of the actual clip or the thumbnail, just so that I'm not getting too off track. Because I feel like if you get too caught up in making an appealing thumbnail, you eventually lose what's part of the video itself. To a certain extent.
It's the legendary clip.
It is the legendary clip.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Oh, what up, son?
Oh, what up, son?
What else were we talking about?
Son?
What was the overarching theme of this that
I
conversation?
think this started at you talking about your community posts and enjoying YouTube.
Progress. Yeah, I'm still disappointed we haven't gotten progress, but I'm a lot less hung up about it because I've kind of gotten past that mentality. Well, I've gotten past it before plenty of times, streamed for 4 years and no progress, but...
I would say that this has been the best conversation of 2021, but it's 2022 now, so...
I mean, you can say it's 2021, but
it's still 2021 for me.
It's both.
Yeah, like some
It's that magical time of year, or of years. It's the time of years.
Also, holy crap, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours and 50 minutes since the stream started.
Yeah. It's been a long stream.
Well, I'm probably gonna end up having to go now because my family is I'm staying at my family's house right now, and I kind of want to end this year with them.
Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah.
But it was great catching up with you guys. It's good actually being able to talk on stream and not feel like the third wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the peanut gallery. But today I get to be the piss vendor.
You do get to be. You are the piss vendor.
Piss vendor signing off.
See you later.
See you later.
Is it weird? Is it weird for me to say that I consider you my friends?
No, it's not weird at all.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
No, I consider you a friend, Cord.
Yeah. Consider
Because
everyone your
all
friend.
of you are some of my best friends.
Oh, thank
I know
you.
basically no one in real life, and it's like that's part of the reason why I'm going to art school is to make actual real life friends.
I mean, the community here is part of the reason why I eventually got out of the slog. So I was like, I got something. That's at the very least I have something, which is way better than it was before. And and I also got like a few really sweet messages from people who were watching the VODs, and I got DMs from people saying like, hey, I really enjoyed this VOD and I really like this. I really like what you were doing here, and I liked watching this. There was this really sweet comment I got at the start of the not at the start of the year when I did my modded Take and Hold series, Take It, Hold It, Mod It. When the final episode rolled around, I got probably one of the sweetest comments I've ever got from anyone. And let me actually go pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up off stream so I can read it.
A mistake.
Yeah.
Top 5 soda.
Top 5 soda?
Yeah.
Number 1, Dr. Pepper. Number 2, root beer. Number 3, Coke. Number 4, like Mountain Dew. Number 5, Pepsi.
You drink root beer?
Yeah, root beer's awesome.
I've actually haven't had it before.
Damn, you should. That's
Okay.
good.
But yeah, the comment I got on Take It, Hold It Mod episode 7 is one of the sweetest things that someone's ever actually said to me or posted in general. What was that? It was from me, or it's not from me. It's from Bipin. This one. Bipin was searching for it as well. I just got there. Yeah. So someone in the comment said that hearing that it was the last episode of the season really broke their heart because they were spending or they're not able to play VR anymore because they have to care for a wife and child the entire time, a newborn child, and that the series I was making was their escapism. It let them experience the game more as well, because They also said that they were watching it just before bedtime, the only free time they had when the baby was asleep, the wife was asleep, and they were using it to watch my stuff and just have a fun time and just enjoy it.
Free time is a precious resource these days.
And it's such a sweet comment. I mean, I'm really butchering it, but you should really read it yourself. It's a really nice comment. I'm posting it in voice chat right now.
I feel like having someone who has only like an hour of free time and choosing it to fill it with your stuff is like
it's
the height of honor as a content creator.
Yeah. Knowing that other people choose to spend their time watching your stuff is probably, it's actually genuine the least you could, or the most you could ask for. Not the least, geez. Yeah.
If you consider the amount of options you have in terms of content.
Mm-hmm. The information and like content overload that is the internet, someone choosing you over anything else is like a grand achievement.
Yeah.
So getting like more of those, or getting more sweet comments from people around November and December and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, this shit is still worth it. It's still good. I'm still, people still enjoy watching the shit I make. And hearing people that say they watch the VODs afterwards and they're enjoying it and they're like, oh, I'm halfway through your VOD and shit. It's really nice because like I don't get feedback on if people watch it or not. I get like a view, I get like a number go up, numbers go burr, but
the lifeless YouTube analytics.
Yeah, there's nothing behind that. But hearing someone say, "Hey, I'm halfway through your VOD," is the equivalent of like 100 views. 1,000.
If I miss a stream, I usually watch.
I wouldn't say it's even equivalent. It's just something on a completely different level.
Yeah, because it's from my person. It's not from number go burr.
Yeah, I mean, I watch your VODs.
Yeah. It was really nice.
Yeah, I watched the entirety of all your security breach VODs.
That's a big thing that he got on.
Yeah, it's a comically large spoon.
Bipin, you weren't here for. I think what was I asked 2 questions. I think. Oh yeah, Bipin, how was your 2021?
He even walked funny. Man on there.
My 2021 was I don't know, it wasn't the best, but it also went by like super fast, so I still feel like I'm only 3 months into the year, honestly, so I don't really know what to think about it.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Just feels a little short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any big things happen? Anything substantial?
Honestly, no, not really. I mean, most of this year has just been same old for me.
Sailing.
Not much has changed.
Yeah. What about for games? How have you felt about the games this year?
I'm pretty happy with games this year mostly.
The games were like we're good.
I mean, there's stuff that was really good, like Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with stuff like what's it called, the Pathfinder games, which I didn't even know about before. Yeah, I'm happy with the games this year.
I was saying that.
For me,
yeah.
Can I rant a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Because for me, one of the games I used to play heaps of, and I have been playing heaps of for a while, is Stormworks, and the developers have broken the multiplayer in that, and that was one of the big things that I really liked, and I was excited for the multiplayer in it, and they have broken the multiplayer, and instead of deciding to fix the multiplayer, they're just adding more and more DLCs to the game that break it even further.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Like disabling one of their own like key features.
They didn't disable it, it's just broken.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of put it in that word sense.
It's kind of a
Like,
shame.
they
Yeah.
added weapons to the game, and it's like, oh cool, we can like have battles in the game. No, you can't because bloody game's broken.
Does it even work?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was
Ships
saying.
on the land and everything. It's like, anyway, that's enough of my rant.
I was saying earlier when I asked myself the question, I said it. I would say that like 2021 has been the best year for games for me, primarily because like I feel like most of them have gone down the route of either being co-op or just fun to play with friends. You know,
Or just fun.
yeah, just fun, like a lot better, a lot more. Like COVID has made it so people can't interact and can't do a lot together, so most of the games have to be co-op or multiplayer in some fashion, and the ones that aren't, you know, people just want escapism, so they start making games just that are fun, you know,
Like
games you can really just like sink your teeth into and stuff like that and enjoy as like
what was
a
the game called where it was the card one. Which one was that?
Inscription.
Inscription.
That one. I
Yeah.
was really interested in that.
Like, you know, developers just making games that are cool and fun to play.
I think that might be. This is just purely speculation. I have no idea if this is actually the case, but I think it feels like since games are kind of stagnating visually because they already look so good, it's hard to improve them much. Now they just get to be more creative because it's not like, oh, we gotta make this the best looking game in existence. It's just make it fun.
Yeah.
You know, make it unique in another way.
Yeah, it's understandable. You kind of have the. I'm glad we're kind of past that photorealism age where everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna make the best looking game of all time." And
I definitely like the art style and cartoony looks of the newer games coming out this year.
Yeah.
And hopefully for the games coming out next year, because I feel like photorealism, you know, it has its place
cool,
in
but, like, it
games
gets
and like
bland.
and like GTA and stuff, but like games like Sonic, you know, Sonic Frontiers, they're going like photorealistic, but I feel like they should definitely aim for maybe a cartoony look. Also, I can't stop looking at the balls. I mean,
I know.
really hard not to. Is
Yeah, the photorealism is great for some stuff, but you really.
Yeah, not in Jackbox though.
Yeah, not in Jackbox.
Yeah, we
Spreading
do
from
not
some
need
games.
photorealistic balls in Jackbox, please.
You're welcome.
I disagree.
But I think a good example of that is something like Spider-Man PS4. It's or Spider-Man PS4/PS5. It's not a game I would have said I wanted to be photorealistic, but the fact that it is just makes it kind of really a lot more enjoyable. I haven't gotten to play the PS5 version or the
Miles Morales?
Or Miles Morales, yeah. But just I'm excited to play those whenever I can. Yeah, TLDR photorealism is good.
No.
Yeah, look, it's
applied well.
It's a clip of Bipin getting donked, by the way. Right now.
It still hurts.
But I'm glad that most games are not just going more towards just being fun video games for once, which is quite nice. That, and I also do think COVID has been a part of it, where most games have to be co-op and you have to play them with friends, and people just kind of want to just play video games to chill now.
Yeah.
Which is a lot nicer. So overall, I felt like games in 2021 have just been a lot better, a lot nicer. Monster Hunter Rise, Guilty Gear Strive, Inscription, what's a few other ones, Voidigo. You know, a lot of games that just... It's hard to think of them off the top of your head when you're like just calling over the entire year of video games.
Take a peek at your Steam library.
I can also just take a peek at the actual channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have that advantage, true.
Yeah. I was actually going to mention this earlier. One of the best parts about streaming is you have like a constant piece of yourself every single day for years. You know, you get to see
you just kind of like look back.
Yeah, like you functionally have, what would it be, like 1 or 3/24 of my entire life. Well, the past 4 years of my life on stream, you know?
Yeah.
There's so much backlog that you can easily just see progress and see how you were a few years ago. There's no like muddy history where you don't know how you were back then. That's why I love having this VOD channel.
Oh, we totally glossed over Halo, by the way, in terms of games this year.
Yeah, I think that's mostly because I didn't mention Halo because it's a game that released last year and also games that released 20 years ago. But they mainly became popular this year because, you know, the Master Chief Collection got completed on PC. And so we got to play all the games. And Halo Infinite as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, for its problems, the gameplay is still very solid.
Yeah, it's still a very fun game.
It actually looks decent, despite it being no anti-cheat.
And the microtransactions. Yeah, overall, I feel like 2021. 2021 for me has been a very good year for me. For a lot of people, I know it hasn't been, but I think for me it has been.
I can honestly remember hardly anything that has happened in the last few years.
I can remember mostly.
Yeah, I can remember pretty good. I have a good memory. Like I can remember shit from like I was 5, but probably because, you know, I was 5 not that long ago. You know, only. I mean, it's true. It was only like what 9 years? 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm slowly getting amnesia, to be completely honest.
I think, I mean, the human brain ain't supposed to hold that much, so that's understandable.
I literally, as I sit here now, I cannot think of a single memory from last year.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to activate neurons that are really content and not activating, so it's understandable.
Yeah, I do not get monkey see neuron activation.
That's why, and again, reiterating what I already said, that's why I really like this VOD channel. Because, you know, you can go all the way back and see shit that, or I can go back and just see shit that I completely forgot about. I can be like, I played Mario Maker's story mode on stream? Damn. You know?
The kill game
in 2022, I definitely want to archive my streams more. I think I'm gonna make it like an entire channel just for VODs.
You absolutely should.
You don't stream. Which is what the second mistake. My second channel was originally it was VODs for my Twitch streams, but then it just turned into a second channel because it just became my shit posting channel. So
I will say I think maybe one of the best decisions I've made this year has been making the Clips channel. Yeah. It was just one of those things where I was thinking, okay, a lot of YouTubers are doing Clips channels, and they seem to be popping off, and people seem to like them because people like short form content. They like just being able to like look at a video's length and being like, oh, 20 seconds? I can fucking watch that. I have time for that. Yeah. It's a lot.
I'm a busy man. I can't sit down and watch 20 minutes. How about 20 seconds?
It's a lot less of a commitment than going, or than disappearing in their sub box being like, 5 Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, 5 hours? Yeah, I go 5 hours. Like, no one says that. You can't consume this stream in a single sitting.
Yeah.
If you were me,
yeah, I mean, a lot of people can. A lot of people can. I can. I could. I'm the type of person.
You're right. You could because you're the one that streamed it.
Well, I mean, even if I can watch
content quicker than it can be consumed.
I think I do. Is it all good content? Debatable, but I think most of it's pretty good.
Yeah. You're reliably funny, which is something that I need to work on personally.
I think you're pretty funny as is, actually. I think you, if I was to say something to improve on, maybe you're a bit reclusive when it comes to chat. I would say, like the interaction between you and chat, you kind of.
Yeah.
One of the things
I read it, I just don't like say it out loud.
You know, you don't. I think one thing that you should do as a streamer is you should bounce off of chat.
Yeah.
Instead of like you read it and then you reply and then that's it. That's the end of it. But when a lot of the times what you can do with chat, if people are chatting and they're saying funny things, you can bounce off of that and you can create a story out of it and you can talk about stuff. And that's why it's so much easier when you're streaming to have an actual chat. If you have like 2 or 3 people talking in chat, you have a stream that's going to be entertaining the whole way through because you can just bounce off of them constantly. And if you're missing anything,
then Okay, my chat.
Your chat also bullies you half the time.
Yeah, my chat bullies me half the time and says like, boyfriend for Friday night funkin' anal rape.
What?
Yeah, Glutub just came in and was like talking about like, I don't know, weird shit. And I was like, what the hell?
And then leaves.
Yeah. But that would be something that you have to kind of do as a streamer.
Yeah, you're right though. I should bounce off chat more. It's hard to when people don't chat all the time, which I obviously know that you have that problem too.
I have the problem too, but I would say I have it far less than you, just because I've been doing it for way longer. I got all these streams down here where I was streaming to no one, and you really just got to learn to talk to yourself most of the time. Yeah. You got to create stories from yourself or for yourself and speak about things. I think it gets significantly harder the younger you are, because after 4 years, I feel like I've burned through every story I can tell. For you being the age you are, I think you probably have maybe like a year's worth of stories if you actually kind of move in and start telling.
I don't really have a lot of good stories unless like the time that I got lost in the McDonald's play place counts.
I mean, anything can be, as long as you word it interestingly, you can actually make it like anything interesting.
For chat interaction, you just gotta stream Monster Hunter and no one watches.
Nope.
Yeah, no one watches Monster Hunter streams.
I definitely only stream stuff that I think that my viewers would find interesting, such as like horror stuff, because like streaming horror is like a good medium ground, because there's the people that
shit yourself.
Yeah. There's people that want to see you shit your pants, but then there's also the people that are too scared to play the horror game, so they watch a streamer play it.
That's actually a good segue to put into something I've always said, is like, as a streamer, you're looking for the middle ground in a video game, like a game that everyone wants to watch but nobody wants to play. And that's like a really, really tough thing, unless like excluding horror. Horror is one of those things like, everyone wants to watch, nobody wants to play. But one thing that really popped off for me was VR, because again, not very many people can play it, but a lot of people wants to watch VR, and that's why, like, for example, my Meatmas VOD here, 260 views, which is good for me.
Yeah, like when I was streaming FNAF VR, which is like literally like the perfect thing because it's horror and it's also VR, so that means less people can actually play it, so they watch streamers. I had like 16 viewers at one point, and I got rated like 4 times, and it was a crazy stream. It was like one of my first streams ever too.
Wait, mistake. When did we force you to drown for that one time?
Oh yeah, when I first got the hydrate, and then I made myself sick to my stomach from drinking too much water. Yeah, and then I had to stop the stream. Thanks, by the way.
When did this happen? Like,
it was when I played Budget Cuts for the first time.
But damn,
it was also when I screamed about how fat my ass was, but
as you do on stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because your ass is fat.
My ass do be kind of fat though.
Rather massive.
Yeah, 2020 was pretty good for me. I think
I'm gonna go throw my trash away. I'll be right back.
Sure.
You guys keep talking. I'll be back.
Not being able to throw it out your window.
Was there anything interesting in 2022 coming out?
My comic, hopefully.
I've said this to you many times, Waddy, but I'm still really annoyed that that one really cool looking game from the Game Awards is 70 instead of the normal game price.
It's
called Forspoken, and it's 80 euros.
Yeah.
And I don't want to pay that for the game. 60 is already quite a lot for a AAA game, even, but fucking 80 euros, no thanks.
I don't know this money economy.
Yeah, that's like £70 or like $60.
They kind of don't even bother fucking. What do you normally pay for games in dollars?
Like
60 US dollars.
I mean, I think it would be 70 then.
For a AAA new release.
For a AAA, it's $60 usually.
Yeah, like 50, no, 60 or 50.
Yeah, so then this would be about a 60. This would be about $75 to $80 by comparison. Or you can just actually look at the Steam page for Forspoken, because that's the game I'm talking about anyway.
And that's a bit pricey.
It's a big price.
Yeah,
again.
like the game companies are trying to push that new pricing, but I don't want. It's dumb.
And then they went high, and then like dropped again, and then fucking I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi, Mr.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. I was asking.
High-pitched noise, and I fucking died. Hello.
Like
this is my high-pitched voice now.
But yeah, I was asking. Is there anything in 2022 that you're looking forward to?
Final Fantasy 4.
Anything? No. I mean, I actually can't think of any games off the top of my head that I'm
I'm
interested
looking
in.
forward to Half-Life 3 coming in 2024.
I'm mainly thinking of games that were shown at Game Awards for now, and I'm thinking of again Forspoken, but also that Grim Reaper game, Have a Nice Death. Looked really fun.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing else. I mean, there's nothing else big that's coming out either, is there? Yeah, it's all just.
I'm sure there are.
See what I have right now.
Seems like it's gonna be pretty smooth sailing for a while, where it's just kind of.
I think, I mean, not much comes out in the beginning of the year anyway. Hey, maybe Breath of the Wild 2 comes out.
Oh, Monster Hunter 2. Sorry, Monster Hunter Rise.
Yes, the expansion too.
God, where is it gonna be? Uno stream.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Haven't you? Yeah, you've already played Uno.
Me?
That's where Bipin's banana comes
Yeah.
from.
We played Tabletop Uno.
Are you gonna play like DOS at any point?
Play what?
DOS, it's the sequel.
Uno Dos.
Oh,
Dos.
I get it.
DOS? It's DOS.
I don't understand the concept of DOS.
I think it's just because they like so many Uno ripoffs were coming out, they wanted to come out with their own.
Just fuck it.
We ripped out our own game.
We ripped off our own selves. Buy our shit now.
Yep.
So they just like capitalize off something.
Man, I can't wait for Monster Hunter Rise and its expansions coming out to PC. We don't have to wait too long.
Yeah. Well, for Sunbreak we still do, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, mistake gonna have to buy this game and play it. Goddamn.
A Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say no.
I mean, the Monster Hunter Rise is coming out on PC in the next week and a half.
Oh. I might.
Well, and
I'll debate it. I'll debate it.
It's a full price
Maybe
game,
I
but
should
yeah.
get it.
Yeah, you could get it if you wanted to, if you were interested. If it looks interesting to you.
I would be horrible at it.
Yo,
Oh,
I actually
Everyone is.
I chaptered this.
You did?
Oh, you did? Nice. Why?
For yeah. Oh my god, look.
I mean, why this one specifically?
I think I chaptered all the I did all the story mode ones.
Fair.
Man,
Why do
yeah.
I feel like I just inhaled a liter of dust?
Well, because you did. You're standing out and all your shit.
Did you inhale dust?
Probably because I feel like I'm fucking dying right now.
A mistake. Phasmophobia.
Right now? Let me see. Do I have to update my game?
Oh wait, I need to install it.
Never mind then.
I think
It's gonna take like 10 hours.
I think for 2022, I did say this. I wanted to do more
How
projects. I wanted to do more. You know, I wanted to do more interesting. I wanted to do more interesting things like the holiday block and more ticket hold it mod it and more VR recording and stuff like that. And I want to do other stuff as well. I want to play a lot more horror games, and be a bit more focused on chat, maybe to a certain extent. Like I think the horror block is part of that. where it's something kind of driven by the fact that I think that people are really going to enjoy watching that. And, well, I'm probably going to enjoy playing it.
Are you looking into making more Monster Hunter Sharpless types videos?
I think.
Mistake.
I mean, it's the type of thing
You
where
want to play Bloons TD battles?
I think it's the type of thing where I would want to do
Never mind, I
more.
don't even think you have that game.
I would want to do more videos like the Monster Hunter Sharpless ones if I was doing videos that could be covered from that, which I can't, which I'm not really doing. Like, yeah, the only reason I did Monster Hunter Sharpless was because I was already doing that.
I don't have enough discs.
That challenge.
Yeah.
But
that game is fucking big.
I mean, one thing I could do is just more production videos in general, like the top games of 2021 list I'm doing, which I'm still going to release. I wasn't planning to release it this year. I was going to release it in January, February, but it mostly just requires completing the script and reading it and finding footage and stuff like that. It's not very far along, but I'll do it eventually. I think that'll be a fun video. Yeah, I think overall I just want to do more. I think I want to stream for longer. I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start waking up a little bit earlier and then deciding that like a new stream time is going to be 6 or 7 p.m. And then once we get to 9 or 10 p.m., that's when the co-op block comes in, or the other stuff comes in. The usual stream time is just going to remain the exact same. We're still going to be playing stuff like, for example, Ready or Not or whatever. But I want to do earlier streams. I want to do more streams. I want to do just more. Because I enjoy doing really long streams and playing like a story game, like Security Breach. So I just kind of want to focus on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think this has been a pretty good stream for just like a retrospective on 2021.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good discussion, a lot of good talk, and a lot of nice stuff.
Yeah.
I think we shall mostly end it here, though. Anything you want to say for the end of the stream?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Yeah.
And bye-bye for stream time, I guess.
Bye-bye. See you later. Thanks for watching.
I'll see you next year. Fucking
Bye.
Hope you have a wonderful 2021. Sorry, 2022. My bad. Can we run that again?
We have a wonderful 2021
Cut it out.
already.
I fucked it. Damn it. All right, let me try again. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful 2022. See you later.